Number 42?
42, sir.
42?
42.
Have I been in like 10 episodes now? Holy shit.
Dude, you have, bro.
Have I actually been in 10 episodes?
Bro. I think so.
Ooh.
Sounds very interesting. All right, are we good on Twitch, do you know?
I'm not on Twitch. I mean, I'm not seeing you on Twitch
No
yet.
worries. I'm checking out all the Johns. Okay, we're live on YouTube, so we're good on YouTube.
Wait, I know this reference. What is a John again? That's a, hold on.
What is this, John?
What is it again?
I don't know why I'm going for like the
Cap
German.
as the cap.
Why is this so loud? Going for the German.
Named John.
What is this, John? Looks like we're live on Twitch too. Okay, we're gravy, baby.
Yeah, that what is this John is the episode title. We have officially dubbed it as such.
What is this, John?
Okay, well, crap. All right, so am I now keeping both open, Twitch and?
You don't
YouTube?
have to.
Okay, well.
You do whatever you want, bro. I mean, I am. I gotta pop out. Let me pop out that chat. Yeah. Actually, could you?
What the heck?
I don't know, dude. Could you let Discord know? What's up?
All right, yeah, in the general discussion or podcast discussion.
Go general discussion.
Okay, at everyone.
Yeah.
At everyone, I have permission.
I have the permission to at everyone. I mean, it looks like we're good. I hope.
All right.
Let me get some. We need some Halo music going, dude. Cause what kind of podcast is this, huh?
Da, 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 da,
Yeah, da da da.
We're on to sing, but that doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna like, people are just gonna join, and it's just gonna be like you just laughing maniacally for no reason.
Hey, I am pre-downloading Back for Blood on Game Pass.
Oh wait, is that?
Yes,
there an
sir.
official
Yo, what
release
up,
date for that?
Haas00312_? What's up?
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Haas. Is that Haas? That's not Haas.
All right.
Is that a new
Posted it
Haas? Is that Haas 2?
I
Whoa.
posted both.
Did I just drop my charger, bro?
Why do you do that?
Why does this music sound so loud? Turn that down.
Yeah.
Is it loud?
I don't know. I don't hear it. I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah. It's not loud.
Hey, does the webcam on Zencaster help you?
Yes, because that's what I'm actually looking at. I'm not really looking at the Twitch. I'm looking at you through Zencaster. Dude, that when I was in high school, that was an extremely popular
it, dude.
song. Like,
What's up, Captain Destroyer? That was it, dude. That was it. You. Soldier boy. That's how I wish the song went.
I don't know. Are you coughing? Are you okay?
He goes, Soldier boy, I told you. Soldier boy. It's like a cough. It's like a hacking up a cough. And
Yeah, like, are you coughing up a fur ball and like coughing at the same time? Yeah, what the hell? What even?
I told you, Soldier boy. I don't know, dude. Dun, dun, dun. Yo, I think the Trials in the Halo 5 soundtrack has one of the best.
Solid.
It's so good, right?
I like it.
You know
like
what
there are songs that I actually genuinely like in Halo 5.
Halo 5 is one of my favorite soundtracks. I was actually a bit
it's
disappointed.
underrated.
It's very underrated. Halo 5 soundtrack is very underrated.
I know we bash on Halo 5 a lot, but I got to give him credit for, for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm correct, in the very first like missions and such, like Hans Zimmer did help like set that all up. I don't know. There was a background, like a behind the scenes video of that.
No, Jimmy's not here today, dude. Jimmy is dead.
Okay, well, no. Hey, we don't know.
Hold on, let me start the podcast. Hold on. Jimmy's not here today. He is dead. Jimmy is dead. It's what? It's what?
Do we have a moment of silence? For,
yeah,
like...
we'll have a. Hold on, let's do that right now. Let's have a moment of silence for
no,
Jimmy.
Now you're trying to. Now I see what you're trying to do.
What? What'd I do?
You started the theme music, didn't you?
Yeah. We're 17 seconds into the song, bro. I literally just paused it right now because we're doing a moment of silence for Jimmy. Should I finish the song?
I don't know now. What do we do?
We may as well. I'll just finish the song.
Yeah. Well. Okay. There is that.
Yeah, I like this little extra snap I'm throwing in here.
You know what's great about that snap is I don't hear it.
You don't hear
so
the
I
snap?
hear you snap through Zencaster.
Oh,
but
you
I'm
just
hearing
hear
the theme
snap.
song like 5 seconds after, so it's not in sync.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's up? What's the guy's name? Shoot.
What guy? Yes. His name's John.
No.
Jawn.
Who is what was the show with the conservative lady who got canceled after her crazy tweets? Who was that?
You think I keep up with the
this is gonna be such a 6 degrees of separation to try and get to this guy's name. Oh, what is his name? He was in he's the husband of some not Reba. I can't remember. Okay, there's an actor. Oh, he was the bad guy in Cloverfield 3. What was the third Cloverfield?
They made 3 Cloverfield movies?
Man. Well, not exactly. There's the main Cloverfield. Then there was a Cloverfield. Actually, I guess it was the second movie. There's a second Cloverfield, which took place like underground. But the whole movie was like self-contained in like this one little area. Oh, this is gonna bother me. I gotta look up this guy's name because
Googling.
So, dude, I hate. Well, actually, I don't hate it.
We should probably have a button specifically for like the moment that you or I decide to Google.
Okay.
It's just like,
there's Clover.
like just a theme song.
We are Googling. Okay, so there's Cloverfield, which came out in 2008. Then there's 10 Cloverfield Lane, which came out in 2016.
Is that the 10th? Is that the 10th sequel?
No, it's the second movie. It's 10.
Why would they put 10?
Because it's 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's an address.
Oh, they're going for the double digits, hence sequel. I get it now.
And then there's the third movie, which is called the Cloverfield Paradox, which was okay. John Goodman. Okay, John Goodman, who. Okay, let me look up this guy real quick because now I gotta remember what show I was trying to talk about. Oh, Fred Flintstone. Roseanne. Okay,
so I said Frank. Wow.
John Goodman was the husband of Roseanne on the show Roseanne. Okay, but John Goodman also played a character on the show Community, where he was the dean of, or not dean, yeah, he was like the vice dean of the air conditioning school, okay? And
I am following along.
The main dean, who never bothered the air conditioner school, decided to clean up his act. And he's like, I'm going to find out where all the money's going. Why is the air conditioner school costing so much money? So he goes into John Goodman's little office or whatever. Or John Goodman comes to his office, and turns out John Goodman's air conditioning repair school is actually what is bringing in all the income to the community college, because it's the only successful part of the community college. So the dean goes, I'm going to come down there and see what's up, right? And then a couple of minutes later, John Goodman goes, well, why don't you come over and then you can see what's up? Like, he says it like that. So the what's up is, that was a Community reference. Damn, dude, that was
I didn't see Community.
That was a long-winded reference, dude. You know, I probably didn't need to get into all that, if I'm being honest.
If you've learned anything about me, I know very little about pop culture.
Well, you know, Community is one of those shows where it's such a great show, but only like 1 in 100 people have ever heard of it before. But the people who have heard of it, who watch it, just love it. I mean, it is so good. It's just one of those things with like a cult following, man. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's probably my favorite show that's ever been on television. I mean, it's at least for like comedies and that kind of stuff. It's hard to like look at The Sopranos and go like, oh yeah, this goofy little NBC show does better.
I am watching Sopranos.
Oh, no way.
I am.
Oh, well, how far into it are you?
Episode 9, like the first season.
Nice. Have you started talking in a mafia accent yet? Because that'll happen after a couple seasons.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, all of a sudden I'm gonna start doing.
Hey, you got a fucking problem, man?
Yes.
He has a fucking problem. Look at the way he's looking at me. Hey, I'm looking at you.
That's right, exactly. Tune into episode 47 when all of a sudden I start having a mafia accent.
That's what happened to me. But I'm also one of those people where I will, like, if I watched a movie right before I came on to do this podcast, all of a sudden, like, my mind would be like I would adapt my personality a little bit to like whatever it is that I just watched. If there was a character that I really enjoyed, like it's just how I am. I can't help it. There's like I'll take a little piece of something that I enjoy and try and make it a part of me.
Okay.
So that's why I was walking around with a, you know, Newark, New Jersey mafia accent for a couple of months, and people are like, "Dude, you're a Polish, Irish, Russian kid from Northeast Philadelphia. What are you doing with this accent?" Look, I can't help it. I can't help it. Sometimes you just stuff sticks to me. Anyway, have you ever seen the show Rick and Morty?
Dear Lord. I've seen one single episode of that show.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I've only seen one episode.
Did you not like it?
No. It's not that. I plan on watching it at some point. But
Yeah,
would you care to guess, out of all those episodes, which is the one episode I may have watched?
Is it a very popular episode? Like, did you see it because everybody was memeing it?
I don't know if it's a popular episode.
Was it the Pickle Rick episode?
No.
Okay. Was it the episode where he has his own toilet?
What? No.
There's an episode with a profound, like, philosophical thing going on where Rick has this toilet in the middle of, like, whatever dimension that he's created, so that way he could just be by himself, because the toilet is the only place where a man can be by himself. Something like that.
That's kind of deep, man.
No, it was pretty good. What's the episode that you saw though?
It's the one with the Me-6?
Oh, that's such a good one.
Or is it Me-6 or Me-6?
Me-6. Yeah.
Right, where they were like all cloning each other.
Yeah,
or
they
something?
clone each other. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was the one that somebody showed me, and I was so confused.
Yeah, that's a really rough one to kind of start somebody else with, like with.
But like, so I was watching it, and the other person that was watching it with me was dying of laughter.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, some of this is funny. Like the Me-6 moment, where like, oh no, this guy's the one that cloned me, and this guy's the one that cloned, you know, like that was kind of funny. But like beyond that, I was looking, I was just like, what am I watching?
So yeah, that's a tough show to throw somebody in the middle of. It's definitely a better show to at least have a couple episodes from the first few episodes to get a little bit of the background before you kind of get into the rest of it, because that does seem kind of like, that is kind of an odd episode to just throw somebody into in the very beginning, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I do plan on probably checking it out at some point.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing a lot about this Pickle Rick, but I've never seen that actual episode.
Yeah, Pickle Rick was a fun episode. But I think, you know, it's just like a memeable thing, I guess. But I feel like it was kind of overblown. It's not like the greatest episode ever, but I mean, it was pretty cool. Anyway, what I was going to say is that the creator of Rick and Morty, his name is Dan Harmon.
That name sounds familiar.
Well, he's a very... Again, the way that Rick and Morty is just beloved and loved by the people who love Rick and Morty is the same way that Community was loved and beloved by the people who watch it. So Community was Dan Harmon. It was his first television series that he had on NBC. And it lasted for 5 seasons. The 4th one, they fired him, so he's not even there for the 4th season, so it's like awful. But then in the 5th and 6th... Yeah, they fired him because he got in a fight with Chevy Chase. Dude, there's so much drama behind the show Community. Basically, seasons 1 through 3 is like peak Community. I would say seasons 2 and 3 are my favorite seasons. They're so good. It takes a couple episodes for the characters to really kind of like figure out who they are, because you'll notice some of the characters in the very beginning are very different, by the way, like halfway through the show. But the show is like self-aware, so they'll even like acknowledge that. Like that one episode, there's this one girl who starts out a certain way, but then halfway through the show, she kind of becomes this like ditzy kind of like idiot. And one of the main characters is like, "Do you remember when you used to be smart? Like, what happened to you? Why did you change?" Like, so like it's funny because they'll reference, fan feedback in between seasons. They'll like kind of reference that in the show. Like, what happened to this person? Hey, how come this character keeps getting random girlfriends and then the girlfriends just disappear? Like, what is going on with that? And so like they'll acknowledge that in the show and say stuff like that. Anyway, so Dan Harmon created Community. He was there for seasons 1 through 3, 5, and then 6. And then after Community, he went on to do, I think he went on to do something else, but he also did Rick and Morty. So he also has a podcast, I think. I don't know. But so for people who like Rick and Morty, chances are they would also enjoy Community. Just have to understand it's not as gory or cursing because it's on NBC. It's an NBC show, so it's not the same thing. But the level of intelligence and the cleverness in the show is absolutely there. So yeah, that's my Community plug for the week.
Nice.
What you been up to, dude?
What have I been up to?
Yeah, what you been up to? Bro?
I've been working again.
Yeah?
Working. Yeah.
How's that been going? Why'd you say it like that? I've been working. Yeah. Working? Me. I've been working. Yeah.
Yes, working.
How is working going? Are you making a lot of money at least?
Am I making a lot of money? Maybe.
Well, that's a good thing.
Money that's kind of just going towards, like, I guess, bills and stuff, so I suppose.
Yeah. Welcome to adult.
I know, right? Oh, you get so excited as a child. I want to be an adult. I want freedom, and then you just get hit by bills.
Oh, dude, I remember when $100 used to seem like so much money. $100. And now it's just like, oh, here's thousands of. Oh no, okay, it's all gone now. Oh, here's another. Oh no, okay, that's all gone.
$1,000 made you feel like you were a millionaire, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
it's like that South Park episode. It's like, okay, here's your money, and it's gone. I mean, really, it's like, you have your bills and groceries, dude. Don't even get me started on groceries, man. When you have kids who are eating and your wife is eating and you're eating, and it's like, oh, how are we spending this much on food? But then you go grocery shopping and 3 days later, there's like no food anymore. It's like, what happened? This is so crazy.
Y'all have like black holes in your stomach or something.
Oh yeah, dude.
Constantly 100%. Consuming.
I'm really contemplating doing the carnivore diet just so I can buy 30 pounds of ground beef and just eat a pound a day, and then I don't have to think about it, and like, I could just keep my expenses down, because here's the real
keto diet, right? Is that what it's called, the keto?
Well, okay, keto is a diet, but keto's not the same as carnivore. Keto, you just can't have any carbohydrates, but on keto diet, you could still have, I want to say tree nuts, some other stuff. But like, you can't have anything that's not animal made on carnivore diet. You're not even supposed to have dairy, although technically that does come from an animal. So you could do like eggs and shrimp and seafood and beef. Most people in the carnivore diet eat lots of beef because apparently that's the one that's like mostly packed with nutrition and then has a good ratio between fat and protein. Anyway, I'm not saying it's healthy or anything like that. Nobody take what I say or do as a recommendation for what you should do.
The beef is very high in vitamin F.
Yes.
Right? That's what we learned a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Vitamin F?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and if you get 80%, like if you're like me and you're poor and you can't do ribeye steaks every day like some of these crazy influencers, you can do ground beef. Okay, well, it's not as great, but it still has all the same nutrients that you need and stuff like that to live. So,
speaking of ribs, I went to a restaurant. I don't know if you guys have that in America, called Montana's.
Montana's?
Yeah. Montana's. It's like
there's a state we have called Montana.
Yeah, it's a very barbecue kind of heavy restaurant.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before, but maybe we do.
Okay. All right. So I had ribs for the first time.
Oh, yes.
And they're having like an all you can eat rib day or something like that.
Makes me a little suspect, but okay. Okay.
makes you suspect?
Anytime anybody does any kind of like all you can eat or empty or like endless or like a buffet style or anything like that, I automatically get like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Well, how are the ribs though?
We're clearing it out.
How are the ribs though?
So one of my friends had the honey chipotle sauce on there,
Okay.
and the other one had the Texas barbecue sauce. I definitely preferred the honey chipotle though.
Okay.
But beyond that, I mean, they were great.
Yeah. Ribs are
I
good.
knew I figured out who was the rib eater out of my two friends based on how they gave me a piece of their rib.
What, somebody gave you like a little skimpy little thing?
So like one, like you know how you can separate the ribs.
Yeah.
Right. So clearly there was a nice clean cut and it was separated. Right. And the other one kind of just like gave me a chunk.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Here, eat.
I haven't had ribs in a long time. I used to work in a barbecue. I used to work in a barbecue restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was called the Lucky Well in Ambler, Pennsylvania.
I would have been genuinely upset if you said that I used to work at Montana. Anyway, sorry, go on.
You're fine. But it's like a whiskey bar and barbecue restaurant, and it was so good, dude. It was so good. And so they would have they had, when we first opened anyway, there were pork ribs and there were beef ribs, and the beef ribs were a lot bigger and a lot more fatty, and they were just so delicious, man. They're so delicious. We'd have people complain because they're like, these are too fatty, there's too much fat on the ribs.
Listen, guys, vitamin F.
And
They're full of it.
The dude who owns the restaurant is like, look, I've been all over the world doing barbecue. This is how these ribs are supposed to be. If you don't like them, go somewhere else. Like, it was just like I can't make these another way because this is how it's supposed to be done.
Right, you have to follow a specific recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You're making me miss barbecue. You really
My
are.
apologies. Shall we change the subject to something Halo related? Because we don't want to do a 40-minute,
No, we don't want to do 40 minutes, and we won't do that today. We definitely won't do that. We're taking. Okay, hold on. Let me address Jimmy real quick before we jump into Halo stuff.
Good point.
Jimmy is continuing to deal with some things, and so this is going to be the last time that we talk about Jimmy. Full transparency. I don't think that he knows, and I don't know if he will be coming back to the podcast anytime soon. He might come back here and there as a guest host. He might come back as a full host again. He might come back next week. He might come back 6 months from now. I don't have any idea. I think that Jimmy he has a lot going on right now. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not going to get into specifics, but he just has a lot going on right now. And so I wish that anybody who's hearing this and listening to this, wondering where Jimmy is, where's Jimmy, just say a prayer. Even if you don't believe in God, okay? Say a prayer, send your thoughts, your vibes, whatever you want to do. Send them to Jimmy and just wish him luck and wish him the best. I miss him. I was talking to him earlier this week, and he is just very busy. And he has a lot of stuff going on. So for the time being, again, he could come back next week. I have no idea. I swear to God, I have no idea. But for the time being, we are going to move on in life and just assume that he won't ever come back. But he might. But we're going to assume that he won't ever come back. In the meantime, we will jokingly be taking applications for a new host. So what I would like you to do,
replacing him already,
is
damn.
What I would like you to do.
This is news to me.
But jokingly, I'm not actually adding a new co-host. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking some video submissions, either on TikTok or however else you want to get them to me. TikTok's probably the best way to do it. Tag us and say, "Here's my video submission," and then, go on for 2 or 3 sentences or so and give us some of what you got. Okay, anything that we find fun and funny, we'll play on the podcast, so that way we can kind of judge you. And maybe what we'll do, Mystery, maybe we'll do like one person every single week while we're jokingly looking for a new co-host.
Ooh, it's like an audition reel.
It's like an audition reel. We can judge them on their voice. We can judge them on how well they speak, how they talk, how they look. because
No.
on an audio podcast, you need to be looking your best. You know, if you're not looking your best, it comes through in the audio. Am I right or wrong here?
Yeah, you're totally you're setting them up to just completely mock me the entire time during the auditions.
What do you mean? I would also totally be open to, hey, look, if you send in a submission thing, right, and we go like, oh, you know what, maybe this guy wouldn't be too bad. I would definitely consider maybe having people on for an episode, maybe, you know, whatever. Like, let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun. You're gonna have fun whether you want to or not. Okay,
I feel like I'm being held hostage here. He was slapping that table real hard, thinking it was fun. Oh, I wish I didn't say that while you were drinking. Oh, dude, God.
I almost spit that out. I either almost swallowed that and almost drowned in coffee, or I almost spit that out all over the place. But yeah, so RIP Jimmy. Also, hopefully he comes back soon. Also, send us your submission to replace him. Okay. Did you see? I don't even know what part of Halo to talk about, because in the last week there's been so many Halo things going on.
Yep.
I just can't keep track.
Yeah, we go from like nothing to everything.
Yeah, it's like one week we have to talk about the lore of Cortana, and then next week it's like, oh, we got 5 different major things going on. You know. Right. So here's look. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff.
And there's some really ugly stuff. Oh,
and then there's some really, I'm gonna use my deep movie voice here.
All right, go for it.
Really bad stuff. I mean, the baddest stuff you can imagine in Halo. I don't know.
Oh my God, why do the hairs on the back of my neck stick up?
There you go. This fall, May, this one, Halo Infinite will finally release. Okay, so what do you want to get into? Do you want to get into the good stuff or the bad stuff? Do you want to start out low and then go high, or start out high and then go low? I mean, there's enough good things that we could do a little bit of a roller coaster. What do you want to do?
Yes. Listen, have you not learned to not give me these kinds of questions? I will just say yes.
I'm learning. That's okay. Look, hey, there's lots of people in my life who I know who don't like to make the decisions, the choices. You know, they're kind of like, look, dude, you just do what you want, okay? Don't force me into making up your mind.
Right?
I got you, Mystery.
Little do you know, I'm probably just unprepared. Okay, what are our topics today?
We're going to go in chronological order.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, first thing we're going to start off with. The developers put out another video, another update, and in it, they gave us some bad news, Mystery. They gave us some bad news. So we're starting off with the bad. We're starting off with the bad. Well, because that's how this week started.
Right, okay.
In case you haven't heard yet, and Mystery, I want to know what you think about this. At Halo Infinite's launch, we will not have Forge, and we will not have co-op campaign. Dun dun dun. They said what we will have is we will have Forge release in the Season 2 multiplayer, and then co-op campaign release during the Season 3 multiplayer. So theoretically, Season 2, okay, 3 months after Halo Infinite comes out, we will have Forge, and then 6 months after Halo Infinite comes out, we will have co-op campaign.
Holy crap.
Seemingly, unless they do something different. So, Mystery. This begs the question. When Halo 5... Let me set up the question. When Halo 5... In case you didn't know why I started bringing up Halo 5. When Halo 5 came out, one of the largest criticisms was, hey guys, you didn't release the game. You released, like, part of the game, but, like, Forge should have kind of been there at the beginning, you know? And they go, hey... Sorry, just... abused my microphone.
Dear Lord, that mic's taking some hits.
They said we are not going to release this game without everything. We're going to have Forge at start. We're going to have custom games at start. We're going to have all this stuff. Everything's going to be there at start. And then they had to go back on that recently and say, well, you know how we said Forge was going to be there at start? It's not going to be there at start. It's not going to be there at start. So, Mystery. What was your reaction when you first heard this news? What are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
It's kind of upsetting to hear.
A little bit.
Right, I mean, like, okay, so I know, I understand why they're doing it, right? But also to double back on something that they did say earlier like that must have been a very tough decision to make.
Had to have been.
A very tough decision, especially since a lot of us are very excited for co-op campaign, especially split screen co-op.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if they clarified that, but is it co-op campaign online or is it like split screen co-op?
I believe that it is. I know for sure that it's split screen. Let me take a look at the notes real quick and see if I might have misread something, but I believe it's just co-op campaign in general.
Oh, okay.
You want to keep stalling real quick?
Yeah, it's definitely upsetting to kind of hear altogether, especially because like Forge is pretty huge, and if you're getting Forge maybe even 3 months or even 6 months after release, like I don't know, what are the Forge people gonna do?
Yeah, like if you're really into Halo because you're like, oh my god, I love Forge.
Yeah. Now I haven't dabbled in Forge as much as like back in, I guess, like the Halo 3 and maybe even Halo Reach days, because like for me, Forge has gotten quite complex. I don't know if you've tried it in Halo 5.
Yeah, Forge is it was very hard for me to do. When we did the tournament, all I had to do was like move some weapons around and stuff like that, and I was severely confused. It's just overwhelming. There's so many. I remember the Halo 3 Forge was so easy to kind of like just pick up and do.
Right.
By the way, real quick, it is both online co-op and split screen co-op will be missing at launch.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Now, multiplayer split screen will be there, but just not co-op campaign.
Oh, just not oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so like you'll be able to do multiplayer, right? If you wanted to play through the game with your friend, or if you wanted to play through the campaign with your friend, you cannot do that. If you want to play multiplayer with your friend, you can do that.
By then, everyone would have probably played the campaign, once and moved on to multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a shame too, because I'm pretty sure that the co-op campaign is slated for 6 months after release, whereas Forge is released 3 months. I don't know why they're doing the 3 and 6 months. To me, separate them out from the Battle Pass thing. Who cares? Just release them as soon as they're ready to go.
Yeah, I think, but I don't know. I think they did say something along that lines of like, I don't know. It's just not ready yet. They want to get it out as soon as they can.
Yeah, the other thing that people are saying, and I'm kind of here, is like, you guys had a year. You guys had an extra year. Ugh. Is this what happens when we're not crunching the hell out of our employees?
What? I mean, maybe.
Should we have brought back crunch
hold on.
time?
In which case, like, it does. I mean, what happened? Like, I would hate to like find out what happens if Forge or a co-op campaign comes out and it just doesn't work, or something's wrong.
Right.
I mean, at that point, everyone's gonna be extreme, or a lot of people will be very critical of like, oh, hey, like, they better be on point when they come out.
Yeah. So right. So Forge is gonna have an extra magnifying glass on it. The campaign co-op
Forge, yeah.
probably won't have as much of a magnifying glass because there won't be as many people doing that. I mean, not that nobody will be. A lot of people will, but not as many, I don't think, as would be doing I might be wrong on that. I was just thinking that there's probably more people that do Forge than the co-op campaign. And the reason why I thought that was because they're releasing Forge before the co-op campaign, but maybe that's just closer to being done than the co-op campaign, which is kind of confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be.
Like if you have a single campaign, why is that? Oh, you know what? I bet the networking and all that has to kind of play into it, right? Because like if you're doing, I mean, from what we understand from the campaign, which is not very much, it's still super confusing. If it's like semi-open world or whatever, theoretically you'll be able to kind of jump into somebody else's game. I wonder if that kind of stuff is giving them a hard time.
Well, you think that maybe like a join in progress or something is probably giving them a tough time?
My bet is that if this campaign were a traditional Halo campaign that was linear, they probably wouldn't have any problem with the co-op campaign. That's just my guess.
That's something I was thinking as well. And since they're going for a very open world kind of feel, right? Because like, okay, Halo 3 ODST did have co-op campaign and it had that open world kind of feel, but it's not like anybody could just drop in.
Right.
Right. You had to kind of do it through the menus and such, right?
Yeah, and each level even the main the quote unquote overworld was just a big level that you could kind of move around in. I'm getting the idea from Halo Infinite that it's not exactly like that, because like you could literally play the level, the overworld. Like when you boot up Master Chief Collection, if you want to, you can play that level, and that's how they categorize it, as a level. So it's like in that game you go from one level to another level. It's actually a little bit more like Spyro the Dragon. If you've ever played Spyro the Dragon, at least the original game, second and the third, there's your main overworld, and then within there's these portals that you go into that take you to like other worlds,
the actual missions.
So I think that's more like Halo 3 ODST. I think Halo Infinite is more of like an open world as we think of, with Western RPGs and that kind of thing. I think it's closer to that. It might be closer to more of like a Legend of Zelda type overworld.
Okay. In which case, like, yeah, you would have to. Are you mocking me?
Okay. No, I was doing the South Park. Oh, okay. Oh, the games are coming out December 8th. Okay. Don't do drugs, kids.
Hey, we didn't get to that part yet.
We didn't get
to that part yet.
I'm sorry.
Spoilers, dude, spoilers.
We don't know when the game's coming out. Okay. That was a mistake. Okay. My bad.
Tracks, man. Tracks. Dude.
It's okay.
You ruined the whole podcast by spoiling that.
It's fine. No one listens anyway. We're fine.
Oh, here he goes again, telling everybody there are nobody.
No pressure. That's all. Yeah. So look, no co-op campaign. It sucks, dude. It does suck, especially after you had a year delay. Year delay. Okay, knowing that Forge is not ready, knowing that co-op campaign is not ready, do you think it would be better to delay the game into 2022 to have a full release, or do you think it's better to release this holiday, like they said they're going to, and then add them in later on? What method do you think would be better?
The answer that I'm gonna give is one of those answers I'm gonna hate. Like, I would much rather just wait for Forge and like co-op campaign to be ready.
Really?
At launch. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Halo Infinite, but I just feel like I'm being given small little packages to, mess around with. I would like to have it all like available. Straight off the bat.
Look, that was the problem with Halo 5. Halo 5 came out and people were like, you don't even have big team battle.
Right, and how long after did we get big team battle? How long after did we get Forge?
Way too long. Forge, way too long. Oddball was like, Oddball's coming out, and it's like, what? This isn't something you celebrate coming out 10 months after the game is out. Oddball, why wasn't this in there at the start? What are you celebrating this for? They're like, coming, Oddball. It's like, bro, this was a game mode in 2004.
Do you remember that they did like create their own Oddball mode in the game before Oddball actually became a mode in the game?
No, I don't remember that. How they did it?
Oh, it was I don't remember how they did. I think it had something to do with like multiple bombs or something like that. And like they had like the one bomb that was like the Oddball. And then like if you died with the Oddball for some reason, you would see like multiple indicators of there being Oddballs in the actual like game itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can probably find it in one of my Rumble Roulette videos on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
But like I was playing Oddball, and you'll see in the background and I was using the older Oddball, not the new Oddball that came out a couple months after Halo 5.
Right.
It was definitely like that older, like the fan, the forged in by the fans or whatever. And yeah, you'll see that like there's a couple of Oddballs just there, like the indicator for Oddballs that kind of threw people off.
Yeah, that
is. Oh my god, look, there's a buddy there.
That's a little strange. Let's not talk about the buddy. He's okay. He's sliding in a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a treat for the audio list or for the video, for the live stream.
The
okay, come hang out in the live stream and you'll see some extra characters here. Yeah, man, it does feel a little bit like the Halo 5 thing, but I'm wondering if, see, I don't know. I feel like I am perfectly okay with having, not that I'm perfectly okay with it, but I would rather them release the game this holiday and then bring Forge later on and bring co-op campaign later on. But then I'm just mad about it.
You're mad?
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, it's like, look, this is one of those things where it's like, let's say you're playing with your brother, or
Right.
let's say you're
Right, like I play Halo with my sister.
yeah.
Right?
Okay, so if you
And
play
so
Halo
now
with
I
your
have
sister,
to tell my sister, hey, I can't play with you for another 6 months.
right? Or you guys got to hand the controller off to each other, or something like that. Like, it just, I don't. It just takes away from the experience. It does. It does just kind of take away from the experience, for sure. It does.
You know what? I probably should have asked my sister, like, or told her, like, hey, yeah, Halo Infinite is not coming out for like 6 months after the launch, and I'm kind of curious to see what she would have said.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day,
miss
I don't know how
Ruby.
much this will impact the numbers of people who aren't going to get the game now because co-op campaign's not ready and because Forge isn't ready. I imagine the Forge people will probably play and then just study all the maps of what they have, and I mean, I feel bad for the cartographers. Like, this is their mode, and it sucks. Like, what are you going to do? This is also has implications for our little 1v1 tournament, because this means that we won't be able to affect power weapons and where they spawn and stuff like that. So, it has an effect greater than just the Forge guys, because I'm not a Forge guy, but I'm somebody who wants to, change a little bit of the maps for some of the competitive stuff that we do. So, like, now I'm affected, so it's not just the Forge community who's affected by this. It's other people who like to mess around with the maps and stuff like that. And not having co-op campaign, I mean, it doesn't feel good. It is unfortunate. And it will be the stain on the release of this game, especially having an entire year. Now, look, you might be able to blow people away with the multiplayer, and if you can, great. And, like, let's not kid ourselves here. Forge being delayed is not the same as the multiplayer being delayed. It's just not the same. There are way more people who play the multiplayer than participate in Forge, and there are way more people who play the multiplayer than participate in co-op campaign, online or split screen. So, in terms of, like, having the priority stuff for this game to be released to catch the widest net, to cast the widest net, to catch the largest audience,
to catch the cast of the whitest
whatever,
net.
dude. This sentence is stupid. Halfway through that sentence, I'm like, this is dumb. I don't even want to continue the sentence anymore.
We'll just move on to something else.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make.
Now let's go to the good or the ugly.
The point I'm trying to make here is this is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world for Halo Infinite.
No, it's not. It could affect the sales of it, though.
Yeah, it could affect this. It's certainly going to affect the launch for me. I was planning on playing this game with 3 other people through the campaign and trying to bang out the whole campaign in one night.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what I did with Halo 5. When Halo 5 released, I played Halo 5 with 3 other people, and we played it the first night, and we just went through it until we finished it. And, like, that is something that I like to do with the campaigns. And this year, what am I going to do? Be in a party with a bunch of people, and then we'll all try and get through the first level, and then drop. But again, this isn't a linear campaign also, so maybe it doesn't even make sense to do it that way.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting.
I don't know.
Trying to figure something like that out.
I don't know. So that's what we're dealing with. That's a shame, but it's not the end of the world. So let us know what you think. If you guys are upset about this, Halo Infinite not having Forge at launch, Halo Infinite not having co-op campaign, split screen, or online, let us know what you think. Send us a message on TikTok or in our chat or in our Discord. Let us know your feels.
Yes.
Now, bouncing around from that, boom, 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 boom. The next piece of news. You want to talk about the? Oh, what are we talking about? What should we talk about here? Let me look at my notes here, because there's 2 different directions we could go in.
Yes.
You know what? Let's talk about the cinematic multiplayer intro trailer thing. Okay, so this just released, what, today?
I believe so. I believe you did mention in the last episode that there was going to be like an Xbox showcase or something.
I don't think that's what this was.
Oh, was that not? That
it must have been.
It could have been, because there was a lot of news that kind of dropped. There was
okay,
a couple of things, right? So...
Yeah, so the 24th was the Xbox showcase. Clearly, I did not watch it. And I guess during the showcase, Halo Infinite, they drop a trailer, and they announce this trailer serves like 2 different purposes. One, it showed the release date of Halo Infinite, December 8th. Let's talk about that. Let's just stick with the release date for a second.
Okay, release date December 8th.
December 8th. So I was wrong. It is not November 11th, which I was really hoping for, because November 11th would have been really close to the 20th anniversary, right?
Right.
Would have been 2 days. 2 days away from it. So November 9th, November 11th would have been the 2-year anniversary. Not happening. We are instead getting this game December 8th. Oh boy, for our 1v1 tournament, this really causes an issue.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, we'll think about it.
Why?
Well, because I was so sure that this game was gonna come out in November. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, we'll have a couple weeks, and then on the 10th, we'll start the tournament. So, start the tournament.
You shot yourself in the foot there.
Start the tournament 2 days after the game launches.
And you did the whole announcement thing and everything, and everyone
announced it. Oh, we're committed, baby.
No. You're still committed?
Oh, dude, look, this plane is going up. We just learned there's no cabin pressure, there's no seatbelts, and there's no flotation devices. But damn it, this plane is going up in the air, and we're on board. Grab hold of your loved ones, because I don't know, we'll cruise low. So that way, we don't suffocate up in this, whatever sphere.
The sphere of the Atmos.
Yo, can you imagine we have 2 days practice? Some people boot up the game for the first time and then play in the tournament. Oh, what a mess! What a mess! We'll find out. We'll figure something out.
Imagine trying to commentate for that tournament.
These guys are in a place. I don't know. What is that gun? What is he doing? Oh,
oh my God! He's using the skewer. Damn it! It's called the Ravager. No, it's the skewer.
Yeah, the Ravager skewer, whatever. Hey, what a mess. What a mess. We'll figure it out. Anyway, look, it's coming out December 8th. Now, it's clear they were trying to avoid the release dates of Call of Duty and of Battlefield, and they successfully did it. Call of Duty is coming out what day? November 5th?
Yes.
The week before.
November 5th.
So Call of Duty Vanguard, no idea what that game's about. Coming out November 5th. Kind of close to Battlefield. I'm a little bit surprised by that release date. Battlefield's coming out on the 28th. So Battlefield comes out the next week. Call of Duty comes out. Okay, month later, Halo comes out. Honestly, it seems like a good thing for Halo.
Right, yeah. I think at that point, most people will be kind of fatigued of Call of Duty and Battlefield at that point, right? They've already played a month's worth of, Call of Duty and 2 months worth of Battlefield, or just over a month's worth of Battlefield, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely gives the people who are playing Battlefield enough time to play Battlefield, like Battlefield, enjoy Battlefield, and then maybe some of those people are kind of like, well, I wanted to try out Halo 2. Halo
as
Infinite.
Well.
I wanted to try out Halo Infinite as well.
There you go.
So maybe you pick up some of those people. That's good. You're not gonna if Halo released the same week as Battlefield, you're losing out to people playing Battlefield and just going like, oh, I'm not playing Halo Infinite. I don't have time for it. And then maybe they never get a chance to go back. That's exactly what happened with me with Left 4 Dead 2 and I believe Modern Warfare 3. I think they came out. 2. No, it wasn't Titanfall 2. It was Modern Warfare.
As well, no, Titanfall 2 again. It got overshadowed by.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you were saying it was that same year. My fault.
No, not the same year. Just a similar scenario.
So they won't get overshadowed by that. That's good. Also, Call of Duty. Let's be real. The people playing Warzone and loving Warzone are not going to be playing Halo. They're not. There's no battle royale.
True.
Unless people are just sick of Call of Duty, they're probably not coming over. But so this is why I'm saying it's good. Call of Duty Arena, when you had Modern Warfare Arena, it fell off pretty big after about a month. People got tired of it. Okay, it had its core base, and the core base is pretty large. It's not like it was nobody playing it, but it certainly wasn't the same numbers at launch. So you'll be able to pick up some people who are fatigued of Warzone, some people who are, have played Battlefield, they're good with Battlefield, but they want to try something else. And the same thing with Call of Duty. You'll pick up some people who are playing Call of Duty and, probably get a little bit tired of it. I'm sure that Warzone will have some kind of update. So people who are playing Warzone, I don't know if the update comes out same day. I don't remember how Cold War was with Call of Duty Warzone. I don't know if that was the same day or if that was later. If somebody in the chat can remind me, that would be great. But you know, it in my mind, it gives Halo enough breathing room to come out somewhat unaffected by these other release dates. Yeah. What do you think? Too close to the other ones, or you think it's a good enough time away from it?
I think it's a good enough time.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, minus the fact of the whole anniversary of Halo, the 20th anniversary of Halo,
Boo-hoo,
and so
right?
on and forth. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, December 8th, it's kind of it's there's a little sweet spot there, because like that's around the time, I guess, you know, people will be getting like having time off for school and so on and so forth, right? Because like right, they'll be either doing their final exams or whatever, or like, you know, it's getting close to Christmas time. A lot of people,
you're getting closer to the break. You're gonna have a big release.
Yep. Right. So I don't know. I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I don't hate the release date. I think that when you're looking at it compared to Call of Duty and Battlefield, they're in a good spot. I think you're right. The sweet spot, I think they nailed it. I think that was a good move by them. It's a shame that it can't be exactly on the 20th anniversary, but at the end of the day, it's more important to get a good launch than it is to get a good nostalgic, oh, isn't this nice? You know, like that doesn't do anything for the game. It doesn't do anything for the game.
I'd be content if there was like an event or something for the 20th anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, some other kind of event, some kind of build up, or some kind of, I would love to see some kind of, I don't know. I'm sure they'll do something. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah, they must be doing something.
Yeah.
If anything, it'll probably be in a Halo MCC or something.
What if they just
announced Halo 5 on MCC?
They should. Here's what they should do. You know, here's what you should do for Halo's 20th anniversary. You should combine Halo 5 onto Master Chief Collection and then make Master Chief Collection free for anybody who owns an Xbox. Ooh. Just blow it all up, dude. Blow it all up.
Isn't the MTC already on Game Pass?
Yes, but I'm talking about for everybody. What? Even non-Game Pass people. Just make it free.
Just make it free.
Make it free. Make it free for everyone.
Do you think that would increase sales for Xbox at that point?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, dude, if you're like, hey, we can get an Xbox, and even if we don't get Game Pass, we have all the Halos. All right, that's pretty decent. That's kind of cool. Do you think in 15 years, Halo Infinite gets combined in with the Master Chief Collection? Is everything just going to become a part of the Master Chief Collection?
You know what? It could be possible. Particularly any of the games with the story of Master Chief in it.
This game just becomes like a terabyte of data at some point.
Yes. I have a feeling we would probably get to that point, wouldn't we? Oh my god, we have Halo 6, Halo 7, Halo 8, and Halo 9 on Master Chief Collection.
Until they kill off the Master Chief and then they don't have to put him in the collection anymore. Don't you dare do that 3 for 3. If you do that,
oh my god, yes, that's what they do!
They go, sorry,
shit, man.
he's dead.
No, yeah. This game is too full of Master Chief.
Sorry, Master Chief is dead, so we got the new collection. The Lock Collection. No!
Unless they make him a good character in Halo 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, unless you fix a character that for one movie and one game and a couple cutscenes extra, I've just kind of been like, ugh. Okay.
Do you think he can be redeemed?
No.
You don't think so at all?
No, he's already established. How are you gonna redeem him? You're gonna suddenly make him interesting?
Can you? Is that possible?
Look,
is this a topic for another podcast?
No, we're doing it right now. People's first impressions are made up of people. People have first impressions that are made up within like 10 seconds of meeting somebody. We've already met Locke. People already have their first impressions made. You need a new character. It could literally be the personality that you would fix Locke with, but just as another person. We already know who Locke is. We already have our impression of Locke. I don't think that you can retroact. You might be able to fix Locke for people who are like really into Halo, but for people who played Halo 5 and were like, I'm not into this guy, I don't even care about this story anymore, and kind of pieced out. If you were like, hey, they fixed Locke, dude, it's like the people who are like watching Walking Dead season 9 and they're like, dude, it's really good now. I know for a couple seasons it was kind of like whatever is happening, but no, it's really good. It's like anybody who stopped watching after the first season is like, yeah, okay, maybe it is, but you know what, dude? I already got my impression of this show, and I'm like, good.
Interesting. So you base a lot of your interactions off of only the first your first impression, huh?
Everybody does. People make up their minds about people within 10 seconds.
Okay.
They do.
I usually, I don't know, me personally, I usually give, I guess, more time.
Now, look, I'm not saying it never happens where you change your mind about somebody. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen when you're kind of like, I need to get to know this person before I always hate them. But if you just meet somebody who's a total jerk when you first meet them, it takes a lot for that to change in your mind. And if you meet somebody who greets you with a smile, gives you a little wink, shakes your hand, and makes you feel good, that is how you're going to see that person until they take a while to change your mind. I'm just saying, when it comes to like, hey, we fixed the lock, I just don't know if that's really the best way to go for Master Chief's successor.
I think it could be fixed though. I think
you throw him out.
If we have throw me out or
no,
throw Locke out?
Throw Locke out. Give him the Jewel and Dama treatment.
Oh wow! Just throw him off the screen.
Yeah, give him half a cutscene where he gets murdered.
Right at the beginning of the game.
Right at the beginning of the game. It's like
Infinite.
Locke's done. There you go, fans.
It's, you know how that pelican like crash lands on like on Zeta Halo or whatever.
Yeah. Put Locke in
the
front.
process. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. He crash land on top of Locke.
Make the little parachute thing on the pelican not work, and then Locke gets out and then hugs the front of the pelican and uses his thruster pack to try and like stop it from falling so fast, and then let him just take all the impact from that pelican into the ground. How about that? Dude, I'm so bored of Locke. Did you watch Nightfall? Did you watch the Nightfall movie?
I did when it initially came out. I haven't seen it since.
Oh my god, so boring, so boring.
I think for the most part with that movie, I was just a little confused as to what was really going on.
It's boring, predictable. Yeah, dude, it's like the only place in this universe that this bomb has the stuff made out of is the Halo ring that's floating around. It gets really sunny and hot. What?
Yeah, no, I genuinely don't remember too much about that.
You just made an element out of the fires of Delta, whatever Halo, Alpha Halo. Okay.
Some Halo somewhere.
It was a weird
floating debris in outer space.
Dude, that stands out to me a lot nowadays. Like narratives where they just kind of like just put something together and you can tell it's just lazy writing. I'm watching this show called Outer Banks. You ever see that show on Netflix?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, no.
All right, so there's this scene where these kids are watching this guy do something, and the guy's a bad guy. The kids are watching him, and the writers were trying to figure out some way for the bad guy to all of a sudden notice that these kids were watching, but there's no natural way to do it because it's in the middle of a really bad thunderstorm, and he's looking down into a storm cellar because he just dropped his gun down there, and the kids are like a block away on top of a roof. But they need to make some kind of chase scene in order for this one videotape to get broken that they were using to videotape the guy, right? So they were like, okay, how do we get this videotape broken? And somebody was like, well, maybe if they're running, it breaks because they dropped it or something like that, right? So the laziest writing that they had to come up with was the one girl gets so angry at the bad guy that she just starts screaming, murderer, murderer, at this bad dude. But like, she's been watching this bad dude for like 5 minutes to this point, decides to finally start yelling something. Then the guy gets up and goes, oh, these kids, let me go chase them. Chases them, the videotape breaks, and it's just like, this is the laziest writing. Like, you put yourselves in this corner, it didn't make any sense, and you had to come up with some stupid way in order to move the plot forward. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that Halo Nightfall was a terrible movie. And narratively,
that's really long-winded, bud.
I'm sorry. Look, I had to get into why it was just like, I just notice it. I just notice it more. When there's lazy writing, I just notice it more.
So do you care to tell us how that makes you feel?
It makes me angry. It makes me angry in the same way that a cartographer would be upset about Ford not being at the launch of Halo Infinite.
Oh, look at you bringing it around full circle like a Halo podcast would.
Anyway. No. Halo Infinite will be in the Master Chief Collection in 2035. Mark my words.
All right. So we have to keep a mental note or like something, put it in a calendar somewhere. 2035. Refer to episode number 42 of the Red Spartan Halo podcast at approximately 1 hour into the show.
Exactly.
Or is it like 55 minutes, give or take? You know,
It's 54 minutes and 41 seconds. It's pretty good, Mister. Pretty good right there.
There you go.
All right. So the release date for Halo Infinite, GG's. It's looking good. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's looking good to me.
Next thing we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about a little bit of this trailer. So, on YouTube, this little multiplayer trailer is officially described as Halo Infinite Multiplayer Season 1 Cinematic Intro.
Season 1 Intro Cinematic Animated? Question mark?
CGI. Okay, so the trailer is pretty cool, pretty dope. Go over to Halo's YouTube channel to go check it out. Basically, this Spartan that is leading the Spartan Academy, I can't pronounce her name, I'm not going to try to, but it's the Spartan who's leading the academy. This Spartan, it's a little bit of her backstory.
Her name shall be dubbed this Spartan.
She is on some human world, I'm thinking Reach?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Is it Reach, or was it maybe when they were part of, like, when they were the Covenant in like Halo 3 or something?
It definitely wasn't on Earth. It definitely wasn't on Earth because you had Spartans dropping down. That wouldn't have been Earth.
But these are these okay? So are the Spartans we are playing as in Halo Infinite? Are they Spartan 4s?
It might even be a new generation.
You're thinking maybe hit Spartan 5s or Spartan 6s?
If that's a thing, yeah, Spartan 5s maybe, but either Spartan 4s or Spartan 5s. They're certainly not older than that.
In which case, then it wouldn't be Halo Reach, right?
What, the cinematic trailer?
Yeah, it wouldn't be based like the lore behind the leader Spartan would not be around the times of Reach.
Okay, so all right, so there's two different time periods that this trailer takes place in. There's the flashing back to where she's running through the streets, running away from the Covenant.
Right.
And then there's when she's walking in front of like a new class of Spartans, seemingly Spartan 4s, unless they announce otherwise, seemingly Spartan 4s, that it's basically your multiplayer Spartan in the training. Your lead academy Spartan is this chick, okay? Leader chick Spartan, okay?
No, like seriously, when she takes her helmet off, it's literally like a chick.
Yeah. So
like,
leader chick,
like a chicken chick.
No, it's not a chicken. It's not a chicken. She's a chick. So leader chick Spartan has a little bit of a backstory that they explore in this trailer. Okay, leader chick Spartan is on some planet. I'm assuming Reach because probably not Reach.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if it was Reach, she'd be dead. What planet is she on?
I have no idea.
Here's why I'm asking. There is clearly Covenant. There are brutes.
Right.
There are brutes searching for people. She is younger. So the trailer starts out. This chick is young. This young chick running around by herself in the streets of some planet.
The streets of Mombasa.
It's definitely not Earth. And we know it's not Earth because there are other Spartans besides Master Chief. And so these brutes, she's running away from these brutes, and she comes across this like tank, and then she's hiding from these brutes, but then she gets noticed by the brutes. She starts running away, and a drop pod comes down, and there's a Spartan that comes out of the drop pod and basically protects her with his back and his shields. And then she takes off. The guy goes to fight the brutes. Another Spartan drops, goes to fight the brutes. Then it's basically her just kind of like watching this interaction. Basically, like you're getting the idea she was inspired by these Spartans who saved her. That's what inspired her to then become a Spartan, right? That's like the idea that you get. And so the trailer ends with her kind of like walking away with these Spartans. She looks into the camera, she smiles. The camera cuts to her present time at the academy while she's training you, and she smiles, so you realize like, oh, this is the same person if it wasn't obvious before. But I want to know what planet it was that she was on when she was running away from the brutes, because there's Spartans dropping down in drop pods. So it wouldn't be Halo 3. It wouldn't be Halo 2 because you have other Spartans. It wouldn't be sooner than, it wouldn't be post Halo 3 because you have the Covenant, right? So it's got to be pre Halo 3. So it's got to be pre-Halo 2, basically. But it's not Reach. It's not Reach because there's... because only the Pillar of Autumn got off of Reach. And this chick would have been dead with the crew of the Pillar of Autumn if she was on Reach and then got off Reach with the Pillar of Autumn. So everybody on Reach died. Ugh, for the most part. Everybody on Reach died. So where's she from? What planet is she from?
Yo, plot twist. It's Sadie.
Huh? No, stop it.
What if it was though? Think
No,
about
her
it.
name's
Like,
not Sadie though. Her name is Arguya.
but just imagine. Just imagine.
Commander Agrania. Agrania.
Okay, what if Sadie's last name was Argrania? Just imagine.
Commander Agrania knows firsthand the difference a Spartan can make. A difference never more important than now.
I'm assuming you're not imagining.
Humanity's forces are scattered. Desperate resistance efforts have continued to fall short on multiple fronts, from Cortana's relentless martial law to the expanding power and ambition of Atrax and the Banished. But there is hope. A new generation of Spartans, training in secret to become unstoppable. In this cinematic introduction to Season 1 of Halo Infinite Multiplayer, get a glimpse into the Academy Commander's own heroic journey, what it truly means to be a Spartan. Where is she from? What planet is this? Does anybody address this in the comments? No, of course not.
So it's Sadie from Halo 3 ODST, and she got saved by Spartans instead of ODSTs, and was inspired to become a Spartan.
I don't know where this is.
Damn it, man!
Sorry. I'm sorry, Mystery. I just don't know where this is. I want to know. This is holding me up. Anyway, so it gives her backstory.
Clearly.
Right? Sorry. That really held me up. I really wanted to know where she was because I thought it was Reach for a second, but that doesn't make any sense. So some other planet. She got saved by Spartans. So now here she is leading the new generation of Spartans. That's pretty cool, right?
Yes. Yes.
Are you okay?
No.
What's the matter?
You completely fucking ignored me.
I'm sorry, I was reading. Do you want to say it again? You got my
No,
full...
I don't want to anymore.
Damn it, dude. You got my full attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's too late now.
Damn it. I'm going to go back and listen to it and then be really mad at myself for not paying attention to that part.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
God damn it.
Look, I've got some of the listeners on my side now. Yes.
Katie in the chat says, "Poor Mystery. I feel his pain." Look, I was busy trying to find out where this chick was from. Okay. It's bothering me. Is there a point? Is there a different direction you want this conversation to go? In all seriousness.
Oh, hey. So on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a video from Hidden Xperia.
Yeah.
1 hour ago it was uploaded,
Yeah.
and he's thinking that maybe the Banished was invading London.
Oh, it was Earth.
Maybe.
This is strange.
Granted, I have not seen that video.
Okay, in the trailer, you do see Big Ben. You do see the giant clock, and you see the Parliament building. I totally forgot about that.
There you go.
So that is London.
London.
So
London.
that is.
Yep. That is Big
Who are
Ben.
these Spartans then?
Spartan 5s. I don't know.
This makes no sense. This makes no sense.
I just want a confirmation as to whether or not it is actually the Banished.
Well, it's all brutes.
Right.
But they're in. Let me look at this real quick.
Yeah, I'm kind of just sifting through as well.
Because I'm not seeing any of the red and the black of the Banished.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But it's also a nighttime scene as well, so I'm trying to see if there's any light.
Is that how they're gonna get away with it? Let's see what weapons this guy's holding.
Well,
you know what? The brutes.
Storm carbine, I think. Right?
Yeah, the brutes are holding some Halo Infinite weapons.
Yeah, it looks like it. And he's wearing like a grayish blue. It's definitely a grayish blue for sure.
It is definitely a gray blue. Now we did see in the Halo Infinite campaign trailer, we did see those colored brutes, right? It's not like all the brutes are red and black.
Very true.
Let me see this weapon he has. I'm trying to get like a good image of this weapon here.
That weapon definitely looks like the Storm carbine.
That is the Storm carbine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they all have the same thing. So that's the Storm carbine. Okay, so I guess the Banished have invaded Earth.
Oh, that's even scarier.
That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal if that is indeed the case.
That's a big deal.
'Cause
We
the
didn't know
Bani-
that.
okay, like lore-wise, according to like Halo Wars 2, like the Banished are a threat.
We did not know that. That is breaking news. Breaking news: Halo Infinite, Earth got invaded again. But dude, poor Earth, dude. Earth is
This
really
just
getting...
in.
I literally just I could have sworn that took place years and years and years and years and years ago, because I thought she looked a lot younger, but she does have a hood up, so maybe I couldn't just tell, and then maybe she's a little bit battle worn. And
Well, do the new Spartans go through augmentations as well?
Yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, maybe it's entirely possible that, like, the augmentations, kind of gave her a little bit more muscle.
Stretched out her face.
And stretched her face a bit.
They stretched out her face a little bit. Breaking news: the Banished have invaded Earth prior to Halo Infinite. That's a big deal.
Katie says burgers do that too.
What, stretch out your face?
Yeah. The problem is she's not wrong. I think Daddy Trax is fed up now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what Hidden Xperia kind of comes up with.
Yeah, I'd like to see his video, and maybe we'll use his content for our content next week. Be on the lookout. Okay, well, there we go. How about that? So, okay, the other thing that I want to mention about this whole thing is if this is the season 1 cinematic intro, that leads me to believe, when people do like first annual picnic, the idea is that there's going to be a second annual picnic. So, seemingly we will have some kind of cinematic trailer for every multiplayer season 1, 2, 3, 4 Infinite. That sort of takes a page out of the Apex Legends book. Apex Legends has a new cinematic. Well, I guess Fortnite did too, technically.
Yep, Call of Duty does as well.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so all of them are going to have. So I guess Halo Infinite's going to follow suit with that. That's pretty cool. I don't know what kind of lore they'll tell through these season trailers, but it'll be interesting. This one is clearly a backstory for the main commander. What would you like to see happen with the cinematic trailers for each of these seasons, Mystery?
I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know if I want to see just, regular old little snippets of little stories, kind of like what Overwatch did, where they have their character trailers or character reveals and so on and so forth. Like, they had some really good stories there. But, I thought it would be nice to also have some story, just story, like of something happening.
So like continuing lore?
Like a continuous story.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But then I guess the problem with that would be like you'd have to keep up with it every single time. It would be nice to have a place to maybe see those scenes or something.
I mean, you would only need four a year.
Right. I
Every,
suppose so. Yeah.
every
You
3
would
months.
4 a year. Right. Maybe you can have like a beginning, middle, climax, end or something. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Or like a new story every year.
Yeah, where it's just the whole year revolves around this one story, right? And like the season kind of like, I guess, progresses in a way where like, okay, as by the end of the year, this has to happen.
Yeah.
Right. And then like, okay, next year, new story, or maybe it's even like, oh, hey, there's probably something bigger even coming,
Yeah, because I think I agree with you. Like when you look at Overwatch and how they go into the backstory of the characters, and then you look at Apex and how they go into the backstory of the characters. Sorry, we already know the backstory of all the Halo characters for the most part, unless you're going to introduce a ton of new ones where you have like a new cinematic thing for each one. But like, we don't need a cinematic history of Master Chief or Cortana or any of these other guys. I mean, maybe some of the ones on the Banished side, I guess you could do. But in terms of like continuing the lore around the multiplayer, are we going to get a bunch of new Spartans that we're suddenly interested in who we're not even playing as? Probably not.
Are we going to see Fire Team Majestic?
Are we going to see Fire Team Majestic?
Majestic.
Do you think Thorn's dead? Where's Thorn?
Yes. Was he in the books? escalation or whatever? Was
I
he in
don't
the
know.
comics there?
He might have been.
No.
He was
I don't know.
supposed to be on Fireteam Osiris.
Right, yeah, he was until who replaced him? Buck? Did Buck replace him, or was it?
No, I think Buck was always there. It was one of the chicks. It might have been Tanaka.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Actually, no, you might be right. It might have been Buck. I think they were going with Thorn, and they were like, well, we need somebody with more personality who's not like someone with more personality.
Whoa! What if Thorn was the leader of Osiris instead of Locke, and Buck was also there along? You're down for that?
Yeah, if you want to throw out Locke, replace him with Thorn, and then throw the whole franchise onto Thorn, I'd be more on board with that than Locke. Thorn, believe it or not, Thorn was the most interesting character in the entire Halo 4 thing.
Oh, Spartan Ops?
All of it. He was the only character with a story arc.
Yeah.
Cortana was in steady decline. Master Chief, steady decline emotionally. The Didact, evil. Locke, well, Locke wasn't even there. But Captain Lasky, pretty much the same guy the whole time. Del Rio, pretty much the bad guy the whole time. There's no character arcs. There's no changing in personality. Thorn is the only one who went from like kind of a wuss a little bit, which is weird because he's a Spartan, but kind of went from like a wuss a little bit to like this, like, lean on me, guys, I got this. And like, that was a great arc. But he's the only one with an arc in that entire...
He's the only one that evolved.
His entire 3 years.
Right.
You know, all of them are just these one-dimensional characters, man.
Yeah, Thorn would be pretty cool. It'd be nice to see Thorn again, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see what Thorn's up to. I don't know, dude. I mean, again, Locke, one-dimensional. All these characters are one-dimensional. Buck is not. That's why people like him. He has the sarcasm. He's kind of funny. He's enjoyable. He's this, you know, kind of like not great, but gritty, you know? He's a leader, but he's not like the best on his team at anything. He also just has personality. That's the other thing he has.
I'm not sure what the decision behind turning Buck into a Spartan like is, because like I still feel like you know, Buck should have still been a ODST, like at the peak performance here.
Well, I think some of it was like we want somebody who's sort of familiar on Fireteam Osiris, so they're not just hated for hunting down the Master Chief.
Right.
I'm sure some of it had to do with that.
Was that the only reason? Was that the only reason for him to become a Spartan?
I mean, it very well could have been. I mean, seriously, like if you're in the writer's room, and you're like, okay, we got Blue Team and we got Fireteam Osiris, and Blue Team is, we know who Blue Team is. Also very one-dimensional. I mean, like you couldn't have given these guys any more history about how they were as young kids or anything like that. None of that. We're skipping all that. Okay. And then you have Fireteam Osiris who's hunting them down. It's like, okay, well, you got Locke. Who are these other three? You know, and it's like,
now, if I'm correct, Vale and Tanaka did have books of their own.
yeah, they had backstories. They did have backstories, but if you're going from game to game to game, and you're looking at Fireteam Osiris, you're going, I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of them.
Right. That's exactly like the only person I knew at the time would have been Buck.
Would have been Buck.
Of course, Locke, but Tanaka and Vale, I had no idea.
Yeah.
But like I know the people that I was playing with were excited to see Vale in the game because they read the book, you know?
Yeah, and look, for anybody who's going to go into the expanded universe, you were heavily rewarded in Halo 5 for sure. There was a lot of stuff in there that you kind of got, that kind of showed up and was kind of cool. But I think for anybody who's just playing the games, the main Halo audience, Buck is recognizable. People like Nathan Fillion. His character's a good character. So I think it was kind of like, let's try and get as many good things into Halo 5 as we can. I honestly think that that's what it was. And he's a good counteract to Locke as well. You know, if I had the feeling that if Buck was leading that team, they wouldn't have ended up hunting down the Master Chief.
No, yeah. And even if they did, Buck would be seriously conflicted doing it. You know?
He'd be so conflicted.
He'd be so conflicted, and I feel like that probably could have been a better arc to go with.
Ooh, careful. Yeah, what if Fireteam Osiris finally catches up to Blue Team and Buck's like, "Hey, Chief, we got your back." And then they're like, you know, the unit Captain Lasky's like, "What the hell? We're losing all of our Spartans to Master Chief." Master Chief builds a resistance and then blows up the Infinity. That would have been wild.
Well, wasn't that the? I mean, that was kind of the arc for Locke, right? Or I guess they were trying to portray was like, okay, he had to hunt down the chief, and then yes, no, I got your back at the end.
Yeah, at the very end, I guess you can call that an arc.
You know, what was it? Exuberant that was helping you get to that point of like, yeah, no, we need to actually help the chief.
Yeah, that I mean, okay, that's a fair point, right? By the end of it, he wasn't hunting him down anymore, but it's not like his personality changed at all. He just understood more information. Like, if you're just making new decisions based on information, that's not really your personality going through any kind of change or growth or anything like that. He's just like, oh, okay, we need to help. Okay. I don't know. I was just not impressed with the writer from Halo 5, that's all.
Right, and then I suppose like maybe that was the character is like he makes decisions based off of information that he gets, right?
Yeah,
like I see what you're getting at there, but
see what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah, like I guess that's like, you know, but what if they were able to find a way to get that character to progress in a way where, okay, maybe he is a little bit more reactionary and so on and so forth. You know, maybe he's dealing with other kinds of conflicts and he does evolve as a character.
You know what the problem with Locke is the problem with Locke is that he's basically the Master Chief in Halo 1.
He trying to be, or
no, he follows all orders. He is incredibly great at his job. He's not conflicted. He knows what he's doing. If Master Chief didn't have Cortana, he would probably be exactly like Locke. So the only kind of like character arc that you could put Locke through, aside from joining the Covenant and becoming a bad guy, which might actually be kind of interesting, aside from that, is basically Locke would have to become emotionally involved in something and then fall out of his nature of like, I need to follow orders. But then you're basically just recreating the Master Chief arc in Halo 4.
Okay, so a soft reboot for a new character.
Yeah. Have him join the Banished. If you have Locke join the Banished, I am on board with Spartan Locke.
Really?
Yeah, corrupt him. Corrupt him. That would be the best thing that could happen to Spartan Locke, is you corrupt him. Make him an interesting character.
And what if he comes back from the Banished after that? Like, he goes through this whole character arc where he, like, okay, he joins the Banished, and then he's like, oh shit, well, maybe I did something wrong, or like, this is an incredible epiphany or something for him, and then
nah, make him a perpetual bad guy. Make him like Batman's Joker, like he's just always out there, always coming up with new ways to try and kill the Master Chief. I don't know. Okay, maybe not that. I don't know.
I'm not down for that. This is
like,
why you're not a comic book writer.
Look, I'm definitely not a comic. I'm just saying the what you have with Locke is just like, what else do you do with this guy? What else
right now? What else do you do?
Yeah. What else do you do? Make him a bad guy. I think that would be the most interesting thing. His helmet looks badass. His armor looks badass. He looks a little villainous, you know, when he has his helmet on.
So what if like Master Chief and him come into like a big disagreement on something? Maybe Master Chief wants to do this and Locke thinks it's not the right thing to do, or something. Okay, like
that would be interesting too. That'd be interesting.
And then maybe he doesn't go full on bad, but he kind of just walks that line.
I don't hate that.
Right.
But put him up against the Chief is what I'm saying.
Okay, right. So some of the decisions that he makes kind of like, yes, would kind of have to put him up against the Chief.
Yeah, I like that.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Make this like Cars 3, okay? Make Chief Lightning McQueen and make Locke Jackson Storm.
Oh my god. You know, that movie was surprisingly really good.
The old
I actually genuinely enjoyed that one.
That was a good movie. I actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind this kind of like aging Spartan versus this young guy who's like totally with it and good.
Wait, you mean Halo 5?
Yeah, but Halo 5, like, I just don't buy that Master Chief is aging. He's only in his 40s.
Right.
Like,
that's true.
That's not, dude, that's not his 80s. Okay, there's a big difference. He's only in his 40s, and he's been in cryo sleep for a while. Okay, you look at some 50-year-old guys right now who are into working out and stuff like that, like, they look pretty solid. Like, pretty deep. You know, testosterone therapy and stuff like that. Like, you know, it works pretty well. You would think that 500 years from now, they might be able to extend the, you know, the whatever of men. I'm just saying, the idea that this guy's gonna fall off at 40, a super soldier, 500 years from now, that he's just gonna fall apart. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. They're forcing it.
Well, I mean, they did go through some crazy augmentations,
Exactly.
but there could be like, side effects for that they just
Side
never foresaw.
effects.
They could not. That's true. They could not have foreseen it.
They just
It was a rushed project.
they improved all their systems, and what, it all just like collapses because the body can't handle it eventually. I guess
It's entirely possible.
It's
Isn't
weak.
there like a I don't
It's
know.
weak. It's weak. I don't like it. I don't like it. By the way, I got the Waze app. And
You did.
yeah, I got the Waze app and I got Master Chief. Bro, he's so funny.
Oh my god, he is.
Heavy traffic up ahead. I don't like it.
Yo, you pull up on your driveway or whatever when you're using the Waze app, and he's just like, "Wake me when you need me."
He says that. He says that when
He
you're
says that.
arriving at your destination.
I'll be here.
He basically says, like, I forget exactly what he says, but basically, like, until the next thing, like, wake me when you need me. And it's like, oh my god. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. When you're getting off the highway, he's like, exit coming up. What's he say?
Yeah, to
forget
clarify
exactly what he
what's
says.
going on, what you're talking about. So the Waze app has a promotion going on right now, right? Where is it right? Is it still right now? They did have it where, in a way where like you can have the voice of the Master Chief as the assistant or the voice assistant.
Yeah, as your navigation assistant.
Yeah, as your navigation assistant. And I believe there's also one for
Escharum.
one of the banished.
Escherum's on there too.
Escharum? Okay.
Yeah.
You can also change the car to look like the civilian warthog.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick and see if I can set a destination with Master Chief's voice, because I had it set up so that way he only gives me like alerts like when something's in front of me or whatever, but I think it would be, let me see if I can pull it up so that way he kind of says whatever.
And another thing you can probably change is your vehicle into a banished ghost instead of
that's
a
cool.
regular. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And what was I going to say about the other thing about the Waze app? Oh yeah, it's also the Master Chief is actually voiced by Steve Downes as well, so it's not like a.
Oh, okay, hold on, let me do this.
Sure, if you've got experience saving the galaxy, but you're about to get some.
Okay, hold on, Master Chief. All right, here we go. Here's me putting in me going to work, and he says, "Is he gonna say anything? Let's go now." I guess I missed it because I was talking, or it was like too low. Let me cancel out the app. I'll bring it back up and we'll try that again. But it's neat. It's definitely really cool. I like it a lot. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works.
I have a feeling something is going on. Something we don't understand just yet. The only way to find out what's happening out there is to get going.
Like, come on, how cool is that?
It's
how
so
cool is that?
It's so cool.
It's really cool. I really like it. Yeah, I like it. I geeked out over it. Okay, I'm sorry. We've been all over the place, but you know what?
We've been all over the place, but we've been on topic with Halo,
Yeah, at least we're not talking about anime, okay?
It's true fact.
But this is okay. Look, it's okay to kind of jump around a little bit. So
okay, overall thoughts on the cinematic multiplayer intro. Did you
like it? Yes, I like it a lot. I want more. I don't know exactly what they're going to get into, but I'm excited to see what they do. I think I'm with you where I want to see a continuation of lore.
Right.
As opposed to just like, here's the background of this other side Spartan who you've never seen before and don't really care about.
So, okay. I am a little conflicted. When I watch the Call of Duty scenes that come in every season, I am confused as all heck as to what is going on.
Okay.
Right? Because we're jumping from like one area to another area to another area.
Yeah.
And all I know is that the bad guys doing things and the good guys trying to stop them. I don't know.
Okay.
Like that's as much as I know. And I don't want that to be the case for like the seasons that are the season trailers or whatever that are coming out for Halo Infinite.
Right.
Like if we're gonna have a story, I want it to be like a simple story that we can follow along. Right.
Well, I think another part of why it might be a little bit confusing and another part of why they do it that way is because usually don't their season passes have to do with changes on the map?
Sometimes, but a lot of it also revolves around showcasing a new character that you can play as in Battle Pass.
Okay.
Right.
All right,
and
so
that's what they're doing is they're showcasing that, and I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that.
So it's kind of meaningless, but okay, here's this new character. But like in Call of Duty again, like there's no lore to really go off of unless you have Captain Price or somebody in there who people know from like the campaign.
So the way I understand it is that like there is a villain in like Black Ops Cold War, for example,
Right.
and his name is Stitch, if I'm correct.
Oh.
And like he's the guy that seems to be
Blue
kind of
punch buggy.
Damn
I'm
it, man!
going to kill all of you.
What was it? I'm cute and fluffy, or
I'm
whatever.
cute and fluffy.
When in the middle of his fight, he was like, "And I'm also cute and fluffy." Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, his name is Stitch, and he's kind of puppeteering, or like, yeah, he's puppeteering all these new, like, let's say there's a new villain or whatever that they're
Yeah.
showcasing. He's puppeteering like that. Like he's somehow involved in like whatever their mission is.
Stitch is behind this.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Exactly. So, like, for me, it's like if you're gonna showcase a new character, like, can we just kind of shy away from that? You know?
Yeah, it sounds kind of like, I don't know.
It would be nice to have a narrative that makes sense, keep it simple, keep it planned, and so on and so forth.
Right.
You know?
I think Fortnite always changed up the map, and so almost all of their cinematics were always map changes, I believe.
Okay.
Because they changed up their map frequently. So, Halo
Are they
Infinite,
major changes or like?
sometimes they would add like a new little city. Sometimes they would add, you know, with the new battle pass, you'd get some new characters. But I think I'm almost positive, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that every single battle pass you had a map change as well. I'm almost positive, not totally positive, but almost positive.
Okay, you're totally almost positive. Got it.
Totally 100% positive, 99%. I'm 100%, 99% positive.
You're 100% 99. Okay.
I'm 100%,
I'm following.
80% positive. Okay.
Okay, now you're just changing. You're just making up numbers now.
I'm 50%, 80% positive.
And Katie says sounds legit. Let's go.
That's up.
The math adds up.
Exactly. But yeah, so cinematic intros, I would like to see a continuation of lore. I think that'd be dope if it took us past the campaign. Here's really what I would like. You ready for this? Ready for this? Ready for this?
Go on.
I would like us to
Rick
get
and Morty crossover.
I'd like no. I would like us to get new DLC campaign, like a continuation of the story. Maybe every 3 years, you could do like a large like campaign drop to continue the story of Master Chief and what's going on here. And so maybe these battle passes could sort of be in betweens, like the little pieces of lore, almost like a Spartan Ops in Halo 4.
Right,
Maybe those kind of things leading up to like this big major thing that people actually care about for the campaign.
And that's kind of like, that's definitely what I was trying. You did it better than I did, but I was alluding to it earlier on.
Yeah, I think you and I are on the same page here with what we want from these cutscenes. But what do you want from the cutscenes, audience? Let us know. Tell us what's up.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
That's another thing I want to do is get a soundboard.
So another thing that was announced was the shiny new fancy looking Halo console.
This is an Xbox console. That was their presentation. This is a new console.
This is the pinnacle of Xbox technology.
This is the brand new Xbox Series S infused with a Halo Infinite design. On the front, we have Halo Infinite detail. Inside, we have Halo Infinite digitally. The new Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Edition. Join Master Chief and the UNSC as they defend against the Banished on Zeta Halo. Learn old things about the Forerunners and also new things. With a brand new multiplayer that's kind of old, you'll have plenty of time to sink into your new Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Edition.
You just love doing that, don't you?
This is the Xbox Series X Halo Edition. It looks cool. It's expensive.
It does look really cool.
It's expensive.
It is expensive.
It's a little more expensive than
It's almost like it's a limited edition or something.
It's almost like it's a limited edition expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's the deal though. When the Halo 4 Xbox 360 came out, it was not more expensive. Oh, it was.
They all are slightly. Because usually some of them have like something new to it. Like, I think for example, the Halo 5 Xbox, it has a different sound when you push to start.
Yeah, so you pay $100
Right.
for it. Right, because when the sound is like through this little tiny speaker inside of your console and not through your headphones through the game, it's like
Right. But it also, at the time, it also had a much larger hard drive.
But that's true, it did have a large hard drive.
It
The
did have a
Halo
large
4,
hard
the
drive.
Halo 4 Xbox 360, it was supposed to be this like forerunner, right? But like when it was coming through the little speaker inside the console, it was like it was sounded so awful. It's just like, what is this? Is my console breaking? Like, what is going on with this thing?
Dying?
It sounded pretty awful. Yeah, so yes. Okay, cool. Well, okay. Halo Infinite, Xbox Series X. I assume this thing is already sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, I found out about it, and then I was like, okay, let me check to see if I can pre-order, and
It's gone.
No. It's not. It's gone. And then they said that it's gonna be available again a couple hours later, and
it's gone.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna maybe just buy it.
Sorry, this link is for people who want an Xbox Series X that exists.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right.
And it's gone. Yeah, so everybody's gonna be buying everyone's gonna be buying whatever sweepstakes become available to get this console. Like that.
Apparently, okay, so there's an article that was saying that like people have already like started scalping those Xboxes.
Oh yeah.
Already.
Yeah. Order it, buy it, grab that link, grab that picture, throw it up on eBay, and be like, "Hey, I got this $1,500 Xbox Series X Master Chief console." Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Games Radar says Halo Infinite Xbox Series X has already fallen prey to scalpers.
Yeah, of course. What do you expect? What do you expect? When you have a console that costs less than what people want to pay for it, that's what's going to happen.
Right. But at the end of the day, the actual console looks fantastic to me. I think it looks really good.
I think it sucks. I don't know how you find out who the scalpers are. Maybe you can do some kind of email addresses or something like that. Like, I don't know how you get the Xbox Series X limited editions out of the hands of scalpers. There's just no way to do it.
Okay, we were talking about two different things. Okay, go on with what you were saying.
Sorry, what did you say? Because maybe what you said was a better way to go, because I'm about to get all negative.
I was saying that I thought the design of the console looks great, and you were just like, that sucks, like
Sorry.
I was like, holy shit, man. Okay, are we talking about two different things here?
I'm actually just a really bad podcaster. It's actually what it is. I'm really just bad at having conversations. I like the design. I think it looks really cool. I really like the controller. I think the controller looks legit.
Right, it does.
There are these little lights. Oh no, I'm thinking about the Elite controller. So they actually announced a couple different Halo things when they announced the console. There's also an Elite controller that they have that is very Master Chief based. I think all of it looks really cool. In fact, I kind of want that Elite controller. Again, super expensive, but it looks really cool too. I think whoever designed these did a really good job, and props to the designers. I like the design of this more so than any of the Halo consoles that I've seen before, except maybe the Halo 3 Xbox 360. I thought that was pretty legit looking.
Do you think, instead of having a gold accent, do you think it could look better with a green accent? It's kind of, Xbox is 20 years, right?
Is that what you're talking about? The lime green one?
Yeah, or like a very, very like a Master Chief kind of color or whatever to signify, yes, Master Chief. Like, I know they have like the visor design or the heads up display design a little bit on there.
Yeah.
But like just to kind of give that accent and to also commemorate, like, oh yeah, Xbox has been out for 20 years as well, right? So it's also the same 20 years that Halo's been out.
Are you talking about like the lime green?
I'm talking about just an accent green.
Yeah, but like instead of the gold lines, do you want like Xbox lime green? Is that what you're talking about in there?
Forest green or lime green would be fine.
A little forest green. I wouldn't mind like a Master Chief green.
Yes, that's what it.
Is that what you mean? that what you said?
I did say that. I did say that at some point.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Trax, that's the third time today.
Yeah, but I just didn't hear that because I was looking at the thing. What do you
Right.
think about the
Okay.
space
So
up
I need
top?
to make a mental note of when you're
No.
on your phone, I just don't talk.
No, you should talk. You should talk. What do you think about the space up top, though? Do you like the outer space looking
So you know
thing?
what? Initially I was sitting there, I was like, this looks kind of weird. But then I saw it in the trailer, and I don't know if you know about that. There is a trailer for it,
You
right?
know what? I
And
don't
was
think I
like,
did see the trailer.
as they unveiled it in the trailer, it kind of looked cool.
Yeah.
And so I kind of changed my thoughts toward it, and I kind of like it now.
I think that's the only part of it that's kind of thrown me off a little bit.
It is a little jarring at first, right? But I don't know. It gives a very sci-fi, very spacey kind of feel, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. It is very sci-fi, spacey. We are in space. Maybe that's why I like the controller more.
What, because of the green? Are you talking about the controller that it would come with the Infinite console?
I'm talking about the controller that comes with the Infinite console. I'm thinking that I like the controller better because it doesn't have the space at the top. The space,
right? Okay.
Spaciness. I don't know what's it called.
Okay. So in the picture, it looks like the console controller has like a teal grip. Is it, or is that just the reflection of like I guess the background?
Teal grippy here. I don't think it has a teal grip. That might be a reflection of something that you're seeing. I'm trying to find more pictures of this thing. No, I don't think it's. I'm looking at the back of the Halo thing that says celebrating 20 years. It does not look like there's a teal grip. It looks black.
Okay. The picture I'm looking at might be just
black on the back.
Okie dokie.
Custom grip button. Oh, share button. No, but I think it looks dope. I mean, obviously it looks dope enough that it's sold out already, and the controller looks sick to me. I really like the way the controller looks.
The gray one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like it looks like an Xbox controller that like a Spartan would be holding.
Yeah.
Like it looks armored. It looks like an armored controller. Like it really does. I think it looks really dope. Let's move down to where is it at? The Elite controller. Have you seen this?
I have. I'm actually looking at it closer up, I suppose. This looks kind of cool, actually.
So it's like Master Chief green, 117. Yep. The D-pad is like the gold shininess of his visor.
The visor, yep.
The back of it is black. The grips of it are black. I mean, it's a Master Chief design, clearly. There's green in the back too. It's cool. It is definitely cool. I like the way it looks. These were well designed, I believe.
I also like the explosion, like the decal of the explosions or whatever. Like it looks like there's a little bit of what's it? So like the after effects of an explosion or something like that on there. Like, and there's like a little bit of like rustiness or rustic look on there too.
Okay, so cool. I think what you're talking about is northeast of the right thumbstick, or 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
In between the X and Y and A and B buttons, there's this. It almost looks like carbon.
Right. Yeah.
Almost as if like you're. See, that would be cool if they put that around the trigger.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's where your weapon fires off at. But yeah, that is kind of neat. It's kind of that's a neat little detail. You're right. It does look a little.
Yeah. So the longer I look at it, and the more I look at it,
there's
I'm
more
seeing
detail.
More detail.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. I'm like, well, hold on a second, because if you look at the front, it looks a little bit, busted up a little bit. Oh, and around the joystick, around the right joystick. Yeah, this thing is actually way cooler than I thought at first. Yeah. Way more detail. Suddenly, it's like my brain made the whole thing like perfectly cartoon green. And now that I'm looking at it more, it's like, oh wait, hold on. This thing looks really kind of worn.
Mm-hmm.
I very much like the design of this, even more so than I did before. Very cool. Very cool design.
Daddy Trax approves.
Yeah, so go to Halo Waypoint, check out the designs if you want to. Those are they're pretty cool looking there. This was a lot.
These the chat is has given some really cool ideas. Paige says, "Did you see the fan-made Halo controller that looks like a needler?"
No, I did not see that.
It looks really cool. And Shadow threw in the comment of, "You got to shake it to reload."
Yeah, there you go. Every time you want to, oh my god, that would be the most annoying thing, because you know it wouldn't work either. So you'd be like, reload, reload.
No, I think that's just you, man.
I'd be like, I hit the I shook it. It's not working.
Yeah.
Or like I'd be playing and then my guy would start reloading because I'm just like moving around too much, and it'd be like, oh my god.
You're just like, yeah, so
I
into
didn't mean
the
to
game.
reload.
That was not my intention.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. I could definitely see that.
Speaking of other control designs, I
ahead.
did send you one fan-made design for a Cortana version or something like that.
I kind of like that Cortana version of the console, maybe.
Yeah,
a
that
little
was
bit better,
that was really
honestly.
cool. That was really neat.
I'll ask Mystery to post this in the Discord. There's a Cortana version that somebody made, a fan-made version. I mean, you literally just said that, but I'm just echoing it. Looks pretty dope. Got the blue and the black. I like to see a little bit more curviness, you know, but the Xbox Series X is kind of a big rectangle, so there's only so much you can do there.
Right, that's true. That is true.
It looks very Forerunner-y the more I look at it.
I'm wondering if they were trying to reflect the whole, like, oh, Cortana's trying to go for the mantle of responsibility. Which
Was this made by Xbox Pope? Yep, there it is. Yeah,
you knew.
Well, Xbox. So he was somebody who I talked to a lot. Not talked to a lot, but he was somebody who I followed on when I was on Twitter. Xbox Pope would constantly make different versions of Xbox hardware, and he made a really cool Halo design before, like for the Xbox One X. I think he made a really cool Halo design that never got made, but it was really cool. So it does not surprise me in the least that he made this. It's pretty dope. That is pretty dope.
Man, there's another really cool one that's very heavily based off of like Spartan 117 or like
from Xbox Pope or somebody else.
From Xbox Pope as well.
Yeah, that guy makes some cool designs.
Really cool.
Somebody needs to hire him because he makes really, really good designs. Like sometimes better than what Microsoft comes up with. They really got to hire this kid.
Yeah, no, I'm taking a look at this. This is really impressive.
Yeah. He has really good stuff. If you're on Twitter, go follow Xbox Pope because he makes some cool stuff that's worth checking out.
I'm actually genuinely jealous.
Yeah, he's like one of the only reasons to be on Twitter, in my opinion. One of the only reasons. Let me ask you something, Mystery.
Yeah, what's up?
For the last little bit here, do you want to get into more conversation or do you want to get into listener questions?
Oh, how long have we been doing the podcast for?
We've been going an hour 42 minutes.
An hour and 42?
Yeah.
I think we might be better off going with listener questions.
Okay. We have a topic that we've sort of had sort of ready to go. It's not specific to Halo, but it's a good topic that I think will be fun to talk about, and I'm going to keep teasing it.
I just feel like that topic we need Jimmy here for. It feels weird to do that topic
Mystery.
without
Jimmy's
Jimmy.
dead. He's dead.
He's not.
He's dead.
He lives on in my heart, man.
Jimmy is dead. And you know what we'll do? We'll go back and pull all the audio from Jimmy, and we'll get a library of words, and then I will get a program to piece together the words, and we'll use auto-tune to fix his like inflection so that way a sentence sounds somewhat normal, and we will basically create a robot AI Jimmy who can do this podcast with us.
Oh my god. He's not dead. He lives on.
Jimmy's dead. He's DED. He's not DEAD. He's DED. He's dead. He's dead. All right. Well, then we'll do that topic with Jimmy. But it's about talking about, is gaming even fun anymore?
I thought you were gonna tease it until he comes.
I just teased it. That's the tease.
That's not a tease. That's giving it away.
No, that's the tease.
Screwed up the tease.
That's the tease. That's the tease. Is gaming even fun anymore? That's the tease. Because it doesn't. Because that doesn't get into the actual full topic, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
What part of gaming? What's he talking about? What's that? What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
What's that?
Yeah. Exactly.
What's you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mhm.
All right, let's get into listener questions. If you have a listener question, make sure you join the Red Spartan Halo podcast Discord.
Discord. Dude, bless you. Are you okay?
I didn't sneeze. I was saying Discord.
That's not saying Discord. My God. Oh my lord.
Join the Discord to hang out with other listeners of the show, our community. Hang out with the rest of us. So we have some listener questions. You can also type them in the chat here. Maybe we'll read them if we feel like it. Okay.
Maybe. Okay. So
hit us with the questions.
There have been quite a few questions that have been posted up on Discord.
Excellent.
It's great, yes, but some of them are very much stuff that we've kind of already, talked about on this podcast episode.
That's okay.
Right. So what, would you like me to repeat said questions or
yeah, let's just read them, and then if we say, hey, we'll just kind of like breeze through it real quick and be like, well, we already talked about this, but basically
okay. All right, cool. First question. We got a lot from Captain Destroyer, and we got some from ID 609290.
Let's go, baby.
Captain Destroyer first. Have you guys seen the new Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Limited Edition?
Mystery, have you seen it?
No.
Me neither. What's that look like? What is it? All right, next question.
I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, #red. Condolences to Jimmy. I hope the man is okay and he recovers from whatever is making him unavailable.
Well, he's dead, so that's not gonna happen.
He's not dead.
All right, next question.
He's not dead. I refuse to accept this. Am I in denial? Like... He's gonna listen to this episode from wherever he is.
Jimmy might have a Jesus moment. I don't know. Okay, but he was never really. I don't know. I want to know if I don't know if any Christian would look at Jimmy and go, "Yeah, that's definitely the Messiah."
Listen, Jimmy. We might have to have a chat at some point. So
he could still make a deal with the devil, though, right? Can't you have like more, come back from the dead with the devil? Can't you do that? Come back as like a mushroom or something?
Come back as a mushroom, or come back as like Ghost Rider?
Or come back as Ghost Rider?
Yeah, that's what Ghost Rider did.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Rider.
Does he ride all the Jimmy?
He just rides a bike though. With a little bell. I'm a demon. What is going on with Jimmy? For some reason, he just becomes that one punk from The Simpsons. I'm the devil. Jimmy, what's going on with you, buddy? All right.
Next question. Okay, also from Captain Destroyer. What do you guys think of the Halo Infinite release date?
When's it coming out?
November 5th.
I think Call of Duty is. I don't even know what that game is about. All right, next question.
Actually, speaking Call of Duty, they're doing something kind of interesting, actually.
Ooh, Call of Duty is?
Yeah. So, you know how Call of Duty has like different three different studios that are working on a game per year.
Yes, they're down to two. But yes.
Yeah, is it down to two now? So it's Activision and Treyarch. I thought Sledgehammer was still part of that. No.
So Activision is the publisher. I believe Sledgehammer was the one that was dismantled.
Okay.
And now is either just backing up Infinity Ward and Treyarch.
Okay.
I believe that's what's happening.
So what's happening this time is that you know how they have zombies mode?
Or Raven something software, I forget. Zombies mode, yes.
Yeah, they usually have like some kind of zombies mode in it. Yeah. And none of them tend to be as successful as the Treyarch zombies mode.
Yeah, I mean, Infinity Ward doesn't even bother with zombies.
Yeah, so this one is going to have zombies mode, but Treyarch will be making the zombies mode in this one. Even though Treyarch's done zombies, or Treyarch's doing.
Wait, who's making this game?
This one, is it Activision or Infinity Ward? I don't remember which one did World War II.
This should be a Treyarch game because Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare.
Treyarch did Black Ops Cold War. So who's doing Vanguard? Because like,
who is making this game?
Who is making this game?
Call of Duty Vanguard Wikipedia. It is being. Oh, it is Sledgehammer. I thought that they went down to 2 studios.
No, I'm pretty sure like the Modern Warfare series is what? Infinity Ward, I suppose. The like Black Ops series is very Treyarch, and then from there at this point now World War like 2 and like Vanguard would have been Sledgehammer. That's the way I kind of assumed it was going to be.
What was it that I read? What the heck?
I don't know, because I can't read your mind.
What the heck did I read? I remember hearing something, and it might have been on the podcast Unlocked, and they talked about how there are only 2 studios that were going to be making Call of Duty moving forward. Maybe this is the last game that Sledgehammer's making.
Okay, that's entirely possible.
Let me look this up while we're going through this, though.
Okay, so yeah, the cool thing is like this is the first time you're having 2 studios working on one game at the same time, where you have Vanguard being made by Sledgehammer and Treyarch is working on the zombies mode for Call of Duty Vanguard. And it's going to be like it's still technically going to be a continuation of the story that they have, or like a prequel to the story that they built in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which is kind of cool for somebody that does enjoy playing zombies, the Treyarch zombies in particular. So, yeah, that's kind of cool.
All right, so coming back to this, it says this is an article from PC Gamer. This came out in May. It says, after a few months of rumors that sounded increasingly likely, Activision confirmed today in its quarterly earnings report that the next Call of Duty is being developed by Sledgehammer Games. In addition to providing support on Black Ops Cold War, the studio's last major project was 2017's Call of Duty World War II. So, yeah, I thought that Sledgehammer was now helping Treyarch and Infinity Ward, but it sounds like Sledgehammer was helping with Cold War, but they are making this next one. That's interesting. That is interesting. That kind of goes against all that stuff that I had heard before. Okay, we'll touch back on that eventually, probably next year when we find out who's making what game. I'm a little bit confused because I thought that Call of Duty was going down to 2 studios.
I have a feeling, yeah, the next after Vanguard, I would assume that it would be like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or something, you know,
right?
A continuation of whatever the remake or reimagining that they made last year.
Right. Okay. All right. Well.
Okay, so
move on to the next question.
Yeah, next question.
Yeah,
would you guys mind Halo Infinite being delayed if it meant all the game content, including campaign co-op?
We should just have this guy produce our shows because he seems to be on the same wavelength as us. Mystery and I are a little bit divided here. He'd be okay with a delay to make the game whole. Mm-hmm. And I would rather have the game. Honestly, I would have been okay if they released the multiplayer like last year, if that was ready to go, and then have the rest of the game come out whenever. But I'm weird like that. But I would be okay with that.
You're just excited to play the game again.
Yeah, I just want to play the game. It's like whatever you got, I'll play it.
Yeah, almost like there's like a flight test or something coming up soon. Maybe you can, maybe you can play some more at some point.
Like I would have been okay if they released Halo Infinite as an alpha. And then they were like, hey, we're just going to be updating this over time. And then I could just play it in all of its iterations. Like, I am okay with that model. Like the forever a beta model, where like the game comes out and they're like, this is a beta forever. And we're always just going to update it. Like, I am totally okay with that model. What was that?
Is that what Splitgate is doing right now?
Now, Splitgate finally just had their retail release. I thought that game died. I thought that game went away. Turns out, they did, but then they're like, hey, we're releasing now. It's like, well, didn't you release before? What is this little release thing you're doing here? I am a little confuzzled. But I think some of that has to do with getting onto consoles, because I think that game's coming to consoles now.
Oh yeah, no. I believe Katie has been playing with Shadow and so on and so forth. They've been playing Splitgate.
Oh, they've been playing Splitgate? There you go.
On stream. So
There you go.
There you go. Shout out to, I guess, Katie and Shadow that have been playing. I know they also have another small group of people that they play with. I don't know their names. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, if they got onto Game Pass, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. You guys who have been playing Splitgate, let me know in the chat how it compares to other shooters. I mean,
Yeah,
I
also
know
fun
it's most similar to Halo, but like let me know, like, is it smooth? Is the registration good? Let me know kind of like what you think about the multiplayer. It's very familiar. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it was designed to be that way, right? It was designed to be that way.
Also, fun fact: Katie does have has a better chance at being doing really well when I'm not watching the stream.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you make her nervous?
We I don't know. We figured
make her
that out.
nervous?
Like I left the stream for like a couple minutes, and like apparently she did like really well and then I came back, and
Yeah.
the next game it was just like really
You
bad
made-
again.
yeah.
And I was
way,
like, oh,
way to
am I,
mess
like,
it up for her, dude.
yeah, right. Am I like some kind of bad luck charm or something? Like
She's like, oh my god, real mystery. The host of Red Spartan Halo podcast is in here right now. Oh my god.
No. Okay, listen.
Dude, you're a celebrity. What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm
Why do you
not
think
a
I try to
celebrity.
coax you onto the show? Bro, you're the talent.
I am not a celebrity.
You're the talent, dude. See, Katie says I fangard so hard and it gets all sweats. Say exactly.
Oh my god.
That's why I forget what I'm thinking about. So you think I'm ignoring you. The truth is, I am fanboying so hard every time I talk to you. I literally forget my thoughts. And I'm like, damn, what did he just say? I was so busy just listening to him. All right, what's the next question? What were we answering?
We were answering.
Yeah,
thoughts
Splitgate.
on,
It's
Halo
good. Yeah.
Infinite being delayed.
Splitgate's good. All right, next question.
Okay. Captain Destroyer again. Do any of you guys think the lads at Bungie making Destiny will make a Halo crossover event with Destiny for their 30th anniversary?
Well, that's interesting.
I thought that was an interesting question. I can't imagine them doing a crossover as much as I see them maybe like doing a massive Easter egg or something.
They might do something where maybe they have like weapons inspired from, like maybe
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they make like a pistol that is clearly like a Halo pistol, but they make it different enough so they don't get sued. Maybe they do something like that. That would be cool, but also watching enough behind the scenes stuff from Bungie, I don't get the idea that they are interested in doing stuff like that. I mean, look, they heavy Easter egged Halo with a lot of stuff from Marathon and from Myth and some of the other games that they made. And maybe there's some Easter eggs in Destiny from Halo. I actually don't know that for sure because I didn't really do a lot of... I kind of stopped keeping up with Bungie after Halo. But I don't know if that's really the kind of company to go like, yeah, let's bring back all this Halo stuff. I don't know if they are that company. I could be wrong though. Hopefully, I think it would be cool.
I like your idea of like weapons inspired by like Halo. I think that's kind of a cool idea. A neat little crossover event or something.
I think that would be neat. Yeah, I think
maybe
that'd be
some
cool.
like armor that looks very Halo-esque.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. That sounds great.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
again, we don't know if in the next 10 years, like Destiny's gonna be around. Like we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 10 years.
Dude, I want to see Microsoft buy Bungie again.
Oh my god.
I want to see it happen.
Would they love it? I don't know. This is so conflicting.
I think they would enjoy their time under Phil Spencer.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because Phil Spencer would
true.
go, yeah, you guys do whatever you want. I'm just saying, here's your paychecks.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
Like they wanted their independence so badly, but now that you're not with Activision anymore, who's gonna support your new IP? Because you guys don't want to do Destiny forever. So, EA, who's publishing it?
Destiny? I don't know who's publishing Destiny.
No, not Destiny. After Destiny. Like
is there a Beyond Destiny?
They sure. They self-published. They self-published the rest of the Destiny content after breaking off with Activision. After Destiny 2.
You think that must have been really costly, right?
Very costly. Well, publishing is probably the hardest part of the whole thing.
Right, yeah.
getting all the ads out there, knowing where to put it, knowing how to, like, you have to learn a whole new business if you're self-publishing. And this isn't a company that's just going to throw their stuff up on Game Pass, right? Like, they got to do all their own marketing and all their own stuff like that. So now that you have to do that all yourself, you're not doing anything with Activision, you're not with Microsoft, you're not with EA. Who's publishing your game? You are? Who's going to publish your brand new IP? You are? All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Nito Burrito. Next question.
Nito Burrito. Dude, that's going to be a soundbite, bro.
Nito Burrito. Okay,
Anytime
so
there's dead silence or dead sound, it's just going to be Nito Burrito, and then we'll continue talking.
ID 609290 asks.
That was their username?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoughts on a mode / game type where you can be the Covenant? Not just elites though, but like grunts, jackals, brutes, literally any of them.
By the way, I'm not making fun of your username. It was an interesting username. Okay, so playing as the Covenant?
Yeah. And on in a particular game mode or game type, but it doesn't have to be specifically elites. It could be like any of them.
Well, it's always been an interesting thing, right? The idea of playing as a grunt. The problem is if you play as a grunt, you're just gonna die so quick.
But would everyone else as well?
You know, there's a part of me that thinks it would be really fun. Do you remember back in Halo 2, there would be custom games and people would play this game called Juggernaut, and you would basically give one Spartan an overshield that would just like never ended. It was basically invincible.
Yeah, Juggernaut's still a thing.
No, not Juggernaut. I'm sorry. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of... No, they made Juggernaut a game mode, I think, in Halo 3. But in Halo 2, there was like a custom game mode that like the people made, kind of like Zombies. Like Zombies wasn't a mode in Halo 2, but people played Zombies. Everybody would be on green team who was a zombie. Everybody would be red team who was a human, and then you would just have to kind of do the honor system of switching to your sword when you were a zombie. But I think that Juggernaut was a game that was like that, and you would basically make the Juggernaut super... Oh no, that was in Halo 2. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make. There'd be one Spartan who's just super, super, super powerful, and everybody else would like try and kill that Spartan or hide from that Spartan until the time would expire. It'd be cool if there was like 15 people who played as grunts all trying to kill the one Spartan in like a multiplayer mode. And then like you could like suicide grunt yourself and just go running at them with like, so imagine being like a Spartan and you're trying to escape all of your friends and they're all running around as suicide grunts coming at you.
Oh my god.
I feel like that could be really fun.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
So maybe mixing in some Covenant. It just sounds like it's probably like a lot of work on their part, so they probably wouldn't ever do it. But it sounds really cool, and I would love to see something like that in the future. I don't know what that would look like on multiplayer. Could you imagine?
I think it would look fantastic.
Multiplayer in the future.
Like that in theater mode. Just, oh my god.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, but
an invasion mode, you know, an updated like Invasion 2.0 would be kind of cool. Like maybe like you start off as grunts or something, and then as the tiers go up, maybe you go to jackal, or you can pick like something else.
That'd be cool. It's kind of like a gun game sort of thing. Like if you had like a team gun game, so like as a grunt you need to get a kill, and then if you get a kill you can come back as like a jackal.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of like evolve your species, and you kind of keep going up. So there's just a bunch of like Marines and grunts who can just never like level up because they're getting picked off by the elites and the Spartans. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something that could be fun there, but I don't know exactly what it would be.
Okay.
You know what I wouldn't mind? I wouldn't mind a Left 4 Dead kind of multiplayer thing where they do it in the campaign, whereas... Okay, so like say there's a fire team of like 4 people who are playing the campaign and going through a level. There's like another 4 who are playing against them, and you can basically like kind of like act as like a ghost, and you can take over any elite or any enemy like body, and then you can play as that person like trying to kill the Spartans as they're trying to go through the campaign mission. That could be cool.
That is a game type in Left 4 Dead, right? Is that
yeah,
correct?
it is.
Yeah, okay.
You're only ever the special infected,
Right.
But like,
So,
I mean,
the
that would be kind of
hunter
cool.
Or like the witch or whatever, right?
Yeah, so like have humans, you could become the hunter if you want, or you could kind of be sneaky, play as a grunt, kind of play as a sleeping grunt. Maybe somebody tries to pass by you and then you come up behind them trying to kill them. I don't know, that you could play around with it in a lot of different ways. That could be fun.
Yeah, that sounds actually really interesting. I'm down just to check something like that out.
We got ideas here,
Ideas 3.0. We got ideas.
We got ideas here. 3 for 3. All right, what's the next one?
All right, Captain Destroyer asks, what other games do you guys play that are in the form of FPS or open world?
Well, Pokemon Go is pretty open world.
Okay.
It's a joke.
That was a good one. That was a.
It was good because of your thunderous laughter.
That was a good one. There you go. There you go. Is that better? Is that better? Here, do you want this one too? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me what was the joke I even said so that way I can get the audience laughing?
Okay.
I forget it.
Hold on.
Don't even worry about it.
No,
It's
we
okay.
can reenact this. We can totally
No, but I
reenact
forget what
this.
I even said.
You were saying something about Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, hold on. Read the question again. Read the question again. We'll do this whole thing again. Let's do it again.
Rewind.
Yeah, take it from.
Okay, so next question. What other games? Oh, this is from Captain Destroyer. What other games do you guys play that are in the form of FPS or open world?
Pokemon Go. Get it? Because it's open world.
I don't get it.
Should we try it again? Should we rewind a third time? Or a second time? Okay, anyway. I didn't know moms. So the last look, I play Battlefield. I've liked Battlefield. I've played Battlefield. I like Call of Duty. I've played Call of Duty. Mostly their battle royale versions. In the last couple years. Fortnite as a shooter, other first-person shooters. Probably, I mean, I've enjoyed the major first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Halo. As for open world, I got really lost in the Fallout series. I love the Fallout games. Elder Scrolls I'm not as into, but I love the Fallout games. And then State of Decay. I know that this game is kind of like under people's radar. I love State of Decay. It is the most recent open world game that I played, and I just sunk maybe like 50 hours into it over the course of a couple weeks. I really, really love State of Decay, and I'm really interested to see what they do at State of Decay 3. But there's a part of me that really wants to kind of get into the new RPGs that are coming to Xbox with Outer Wilds, and maybe I'll be playing them on YouTube. I'd like to get back into playing games on YouTube again, but I'd love to play through Outer Wilds too. The new games that Obsidian is making, Avowed, this new game coming out from who is it? The new game coming out from Bethesda, Starfield. Like I'm interested in playing the new.
I was gonna say Stargate for some reason.
No, yeah, Starfield. The Western RPGs I'm really interested in. So, but yeah, I like shooters and open world games. Mystery, what about you?
Yes. Every single time, huh? Yeah, I mean, lately I've been playing Red Dead Online. That's an open world, I'd like to say. Halo, of course. I like to play Borderlands every once in a while, which is great. Call of Duty Zombies, first person shooter is usually the way I go for zombies. Trying to think of other things that
You ever touched Battlefield before?
I have a hard time with Battlefield. I really do.
Really?
I prefer playing Battlefront over Battlefield. Like Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Star Wars is really cool. Like, I feel like Battlefront is one of those games that's kind of like Pokemon, where the game and the world sort of supersedes the genre of game that you're playing.
Right.
So it's like when I play Pokemon, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm playing a Japanese turn-based RPG. I'm thinking to myself, oh, I am in the Pokemon world. And this is how Pokemon is. And like in Battlefront, it's not like, oh, I'm playing a first-person shooter. That's kind of like it's like, no, I am in the Rebel Alliance fighting off all the stormtroopers. It's like you can kind of get sucked into the world that way.
I think what it is I find, I guess, Battlefield for me, it's like too much on the realistic side.
Okay.
Whereas like I kind of prefer my games to be like, you know, sci-fi-esque, a little bit more,
Yeah.
not like, you know, fun in a way where you have aliens that you're dealing with and so on and so forth. But like for me, like soldier versus soldier in an active war zone, like Battlefield, where you have to think about like bullet drop and like all these other things, it's just
Yeah.
not really that appealing to me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why there's different shooters, right?
Bam. Yeah.
Bam.
Bam. Bam. Bam.
Bam!
You were holding that one in. Planky, what about you? Do you have any games you like to play?
Yeah. I don't know if I could say it on this podcast, but it's a solo game.
Okay.
Yeah, I play
fantastic.
I play with myself, so.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by that, dude?
What?
All right, let's just keep moving on, please. That was Planky, by the way, making his first ever appearance on the podcast. That's good.
Captain Destroyer asks, have you guys seen the animated Halo Infinite campaign trailer? Thoughts, guys? Thoughts? He wants thoughts.
Wait, what? What's he want?
Thoughts. He wants thoughts.
Thoughts or thoughts?
Thoughts. Bots.
Oh,
He wants bots.
bots. Bots. What was the question again, dude? That kind of went over my head. You said it so fast.
Have you guys seen the animated Halo Infinite campaign trailer? Thoughts, guys. Thoughts.
No, what's he talking about?
I was assuming he's talking about the trailer we were talking about earlier today. For the,
Yeah, I saw.
I'm sitting here thinking that you're probably thinking animated Halo Infinite campaign trailer. What?
Yes.
Like a 2D animated Halo.
Yeah, I was a little bit
campaign
confused by that. Yeah, so we gave our thoughts on that earlier. If you want to check that out, I thought he was saying thoughts. I thought you were saying thoughts, like this hose over there. I didn't know where you thought. Okay, thoughts. Gotcha.
Wait,
Sorry.
hold on. Is there a difference here? I'm confused.
Yes, thought.
What's-
T-H-O-T.
What is that?
Is an insult for women, for a girl, or some girls, some women.
Wait, what? It is?
Yeah, T-H-O-T. Thought.
What does that mean?
That hoe over there.
Huh?
It's an insult. So you're going, everyone wants thoughts. Everyone wants thoughts. And I was like, wait, is he saying thoughts or thoughts?
What the fuck?
Yeah, thought.
I've never. Okay,
Is that hoe over there?
I have never heard
Oh.
anybody use that at all.
But you've never seen anybody
the
call
TH
another person a thought, a T-H-O-T?
No.
Really?
I'm googling this. Oh my god, the noun is derogatory and informal. Oh. Oh.
Can't do the thought.
Thanks, Planky.
You got it, buddy.
Appreciate it, bud. Okay, so apparently
I knew that one.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Of course you did, Plank. Of course you did.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll have Planky just replace Jimmy. How's that sound? Dude, some people are probably just if anybody's gotten this far, there's gonna be some people who think it's funny, but some people are absolutely gonna hate that voice. I don't even know if I should do it.
Okay, so the definition is a woman who has many casual encounters or relationships in the coitus nature.
Yeah, hoe.
Well, a hoe is a gardening tool.
Not that hoe over there.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, so Chad is like Mystery's joking, right? No, I'm dead serious. I've never heard of THOTS. Like,
Yeah, bro.
no, here I'm yelling and screaming this derogatory and informal term.
You're like, everyone wants thoughts. Everyone wants thoughts. Everyone wants thoughts. Like, hey, oh, slow down there, buddy. Hey, take it easy. It's all that Canadian repression.
No, we put those in the Canadian geese and send them south.
Exactly. All this thought geese you send down here, bro.
Yeah, no. My apologies. I had no idea.
No,
I
you're
actually
fine.
I genuinely had no idea.
Nobody thought you were calling anybody a thought. It was just funny.
Oh, I'm
So
just now
anyway.
waiting for them to start saying that they did.
What thoughts are we talking about here?
Thoughts on the trailer, the campaign trailer.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was cool. Fantastic. Moving on. ID 609290 comes back with another question. Talk about derailing the podcast.
Go ahead.
If you were given the choice to pick a thought or a Spartan, I'm sorry.
Wait, what am I picking?
No, that's not the question.
Go. What's the question? I'm picking a thought or a what?
Oh man. Okay. If you're given the choice to pick a Spartan armor, which generation? Which one would you guys pick? Mind you, this would be a legit armor. Laugh out loud. With fully functional capabilities, and would you want Cortana on your ear or nah?
All right. So, what generation armor do I want? I assume he means aesthetically, right? We're talking.
Yeah, that's what I would assume as well.
I'm a big fan of like the Mark. It's something about Mark V that just looks so badass, dude.
I don't think Mark is a thing.
something about Mark V that I think just looks really cool. You know what I like about the Mark V armor is that like it doesn't. The armor looks like it almost kind of like fills the body out. I don't really like the newer versions of the armor where it kind of looks like pieces on top of like an undersuit. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'd say the Mark V is that a thing? Is it Mark V generation, or is Mark V like all of the armor and all of it looked the same for all the Spartans at that time?
So Mark V, yeah, all of the armors looked the same because it was the Halo CE one, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it just changed colors.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Mark V. I like the Mark V.
I liked the Mark 6 though.
I didn't hate the Mark 6 either, but I like the
I
Mark
really did like Mark 6, and like I feel like Mark 6 ended up becoming like the signature look for Master Chief.
It did.
kind of
It
thing.
certainly did. It certainly did.
Yeah. Because like they had it in Halo 2, and then they continued it in Halo 3, and
Yep.
then
Nanobots.
something happened. I don't know, maybe just
Nanobots happened.
maybe like I don't know. Well, maybe when he was like sleeping,
Nanobots.
cryogenically
Yeah.
sleeping, it just added like extra ice to the armor, possibly.
Nanobots.
Somehow he became nano. What now?
Nanobots. That was the That was the.
Listen, that's like me telling you that midichlorians are the reason why. Like,
Well, that's what Frankie said about the armor change. She goes, "Oh, there were nanobots," and it kind of like it was kind of like the god. You know, it's like God did it. Nanobots did it.
nanobots. No, wouldn't it be bats? No.
Nanobots.
Nanorats.
It's a nanobot.
Actually, okay, so the one armor that I did particularly enjoy is the pilot armor in Halo Reach. Now I don't know which generation that is. But there was something about like having like the full-on visor that kind of like.
Wait, would all that be considered Mark V?
not
I'm so
sure,
confused by
actually.
this.
I'm not sure actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, I like the pilot, and I also like the scout.
Let's just talk about what armor we like, because I'm confused by the generations of Mark and everything like that.
Right. Okay. Scout and Scout for Halo 4 and Halo 5 and Halo Reach. I liked the pilot armor.
I'm a huge fan of the Locust armor in Halo 4 and Halo 5. That's my favorite armor, favorite helmet. It just looks
Right.
so devilish.
Right, and I bet you can't wait for Halo Infinite, where you get the devil horns.
I
and
do
the
not want those
cigarettes.
horns. I will pick a new helmet.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were gonna go farther.
and the Mark V helmet.
Okay. Okay.
Mark V
I see.
armor. I mean, I really legit. When I played Halo 3, I used the Mark V armor in multiplayer. That's how much I liked it.
Ah. Okay. Okay. That's.
I
cool.
would have done it in Halo 4, except that it looked nothing like Mark V. And I would have done it in Halo 5, except that the Mark V in Halo 5 looked nothing like the Mark V from the other Halos. Like, they just made it look weird. Oh,
Yeah,
weird.
it did look kind of weird.
So
Okay,
I
next
didn't bother
question
wearing it.
then.
Yeah.
Next question
Next
is
question.
by Paige.
What up, you guy up?
And E-Guy Up asks, where's Jim?
He's dead.
He's not dead!
He's not dead, but he's dead. He's DED, not DEAD.
He's not dead.
He's dead.
He's not dead. Planky, come on, back me up here, man.
Nah,
He's
dude,
not dead.
he's pretty dead, dude.
See?
Darn it. Alright, fine.
Dude, people are gonna hate that. I don't know if I should even do that at all.
He's not dead. Okay. Alright.
Hold on, I gotta go up. Let me.
Yeah, dude, he's freaking dead, dude.
Thanks, Blank. There you go. See? See, I can't. It's not my voice. It's his voice.
Fair enough.
Stupid.
Fair enough. Okay. Final question of the night
Yeah, let's do it.
comes from KT, and she asks, "Are you actually basic if you like pumpkin flavored things in the fall?"
Well, they say if you like pumpkin coffee, it's like a basic white girl thing, right?
Great. More slang that I don't understand. Go on.
Here's the deal, though. I really like pumpkin flavored coffee. Also, pumpkin pie is top notch. Just because people like pumpkin flavored stuff, I don't understand why it gets thrown under just like the white race. Like only white people like pumpkin flavored stuff. Like get out of here. So not true. Although it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because maybe I'm not going to get into the world history and human migration around the world, but maybe it makes sense that actually that would be pumpkins have been enjoyed more by people in climates that get colder than warmer climates. That could be a thing. So maybe maybe there's some science behind this. Okay, I don't actually know, but here's what I'll say. If you like pumpkin flavored stuff, who cares? Who cares if it's basic or not? I don't care. I don't care if it's basic. I'm gonna eat what I like. I'm gonna eat what I enjoy. You call it basic, I call it I like it. I don't care if it's basic. If everything that I like is basic and I become the antithesis of what's basic, fine. Well, fine, I like it. I don't care. I don't need to be some kind of exotic coffee drinking dude who has like some kind of like, Colombianese cockroach roast. I don't need that. I will have pumpkin. Give me the pumpkin flavored stuff. I like it. It tastes good. I don't need to be all crazy. If it's basic, then I'm basic. So, I don't know, Katie. Maybe you are basic. Maybe you're not. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? Really, who cares? Mystery, what about you? Is she basic?
So, the definition of basic.
Go ahead.
It's basic's not a slang or derogatory term, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, look it up. Let's look it up.
Okay, so I'm looking
We
it
need
up.
to make this. We're gonna do a TikTok every single time that you learn something. We're gonna do a TikTok on it.
So we're looking it up.
Look it up.
Says forming an essential foundation or starting point.
No, that's the real basic. We're talking about slang basic though.
Son of a biscuit.
Oh, you
Okay,
talking
what is
about
basic meaning? Okay, what does basic mean in slang? In slang, basic characterizes someone or something as unoriginal, unexceptional, and mainstream.
Yes.
A basic girl or basic. Why? As she is often insulted, is said to like pumpkin spice latte.
That's an example.
UGG, is it UGG boots or is it
Uggs.
UGG boots?
Yeah, I like Uggs too, by the way. So get at me.
What are those?
You don't know? Okay, so Uggs are a sheepskin boot. That is
I'm just gonna Google it.
a very fashionable item for like 14-year-old teenage girls. But also they're very comfortable. I have my own pair. They make men versions, by the way, which is not really any different from the female versions.
Oh, I've seen these things in
Yeah.
like high school way back when.
There you go.
Okay, I didn't know what they were called. They were just called boots. So Sorry, and taking lots of selfies, for instance.
All right, well, I don't take many selfies, but that would be a basic white girl. Uggs, pumpkin spice latte, and selfies. Because
So,
that is mainstream and unoriginal.
What difference does it make?
You know what else is mainstream and unoriginal? Calling people basic. Oh my God, you're the first person to call somebody basic. Now you're basic. Damn. Calling people out for being basic is basic. It's a meta basic.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah.
So does that? If you're not quote unquote basic,
yeah.
are you advanced?
You're a hipster.
Oh, what the fuck?
Unless you're a modern day hipster, in which case you're a basic hipster.
Oh my God, I'm done with this shit.
No, because modern day hipsters, they all look the same. They all look like they just came out of the Civil War. Like they all have the same beard and they have the same hair and they wear the same clothes. They're all they're basic hipsters, which means they're not hipsters. You know what hipsters are? You know what modern day hipsters look like?
No.
They wear like business casual wear. Like they wear business casual clothes. They tuck their shirts in. They wear khakis. They tuck their shirts in. They wear shoes with leather soles. They wear a tie. They do their hair not to look messy. That would be hipster right now, because any other style is basic. It's basic. Everybody does it. So what's the style nobody's doing? It's that. Because that used to be the basic
we
style.
actually have slang terms for this. This is kind of ridiculous, actually. Like, why do we need to feel the need to just like call others basic?
Well, we
based
need
off
new
of,
ways
like...
to insult each other and make each other feel insecure.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Fuck
what's hipster is supposed to be like. Hipster is kind of like they're like the innovators. They're into bands that nobody else is into, right? Hipsters they wear clothes that nobody else wears. But when you have a culture of being hipster, that's no longer hipster. By definition, you go against what hipster is. So hipsters are out, or hipsters are in, which means they're out.
Okay. Just nod and say yes.
Yes.
I am following along.
So what's the next question?
No, no. To answer the previous
you have to answer a question.
I have to answer the question.
Yeah, go ahead. Now you know all the background and information.
Yes, now that I am up to date with my slang, are you actually basic if you like pumpkin flavored things in the fall? No.
What?
No.
According to that definition, she would be, though, right?
But I'm being a hipster?
You are. Wait, is it so mainstream that it's not mainstream anymore? Is being mainstream the new hipster? Oh my God, Mystery, you might be right.
I broke tracks.
No, you broke the world.
Oh no, don't no, that's
you did it, Mystery. No, you did it. Who's trying to be mainstream? No one. No one's trying to be mainstream. So if you try to be mainstream, you are the new hipster. So drink your pumpkin spice lattes, throw on those fluffy clouds on your shoes, and be basic, because it's the new hipster. As Katie puts in the chat, say it with me. I'm basic and I'm proud. Let's go.
Wifey's upstairs being like, yo, Daddy Tracks is clapping again. Katie says, this is, clap, 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 clap. This is pumpkin spice. Clap, 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 clap.
This is pumpkin spice. I don't know what clap she wanted, but that's what she got.
I think she was going for the this is the new generation of Xbox. Clap, 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 clap.
Oh.
You know. There you
This is pumpkin spice. Sorry.
That's okay, Katie. I got you. I understood what you're trying to get at. I understood it.
This is why I don't do well with people, because I'm just in my own head. Okay. Any other questions,
Okay.
or that's it?
No, that wraps up all the questions.
Wow. We spent 40 minutes on questions. It's 50 minutes on questions. It's a good thing we skipped the questions instead of having that whole other conversation.
But we didn't skip the questions. We went through the questions.
No. I mean, is gaming even fun anymore? That question.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's
right.
a good thing we didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm,
Right.
Yep.
I like how we just devolved into just humming.
Yeah, that's what we did.
I kind of like that.
Welcome to the Red Spartan Halo De-Evolution podcast.
Okay. I think that covers it. Mystery, you got anything else for me?
Do I have anything else for you?
Do you have anything else at all?
I do not have anything else for you, except for I'm expecting to see some what is it? Some reels? No. Audition reels for
Yes. If you want to replace Jimmy, who's dead, on our show, go ahead and leave a
He's not
TikTok,
dead.
leave a reply, and say, hey, this is my audition to be your third co-host. You're not going to get it because we're not going to add another co-host, but maybe we might add you as a guest. That might be kind of fun. So go ahead, show us what you got. Send in your submissions to TikTok or by email, I guess, or Discord. You can put them up into Discord too if you want. So RIP Jimmy, but also we're replacing you real quick. Basic replace. Yep. Can I say anything?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so follow us. You can okay, so hey, this was the first live stream where we were on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So everybody who hung out with us, thank you for being here tonight. You can find us on Twitch at Daddy Tracks Live. For now, we might actually make a podcast page because this is too confusing. We're on 3 different platforms. We have 3 different names. You can find us on YouTube. Look for the link down in the description, or look down below. But we are Red Spartan Halo on YouTube, and then on TikTok we are at the Red Spartans. Okay, so that's how you can find us there. And then find the link for the Discord. It will be in the chat. It will be in the show notes. It will be in the description. It will be everywhere. So join our Discord, hang out with each other, say hi, say what's up, and we will see you there. Mystery,
Specifically like that.
what's up?
What's up? Don't call anybody thoughts. Don't call anybody basic. Yeah, they're derogatory and informal.
Yeah, and we also don't want any basic thoughts to join our Discord. So if you're basic thought, don't join. Okay.
Oof. Now we're just excluding people.
Sorry.
Man. Okay.
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 All
Whatever.
right.
All right, moving on.
Talk about derailing.
Mystery,
that.
what do you
Oh,
got?
man.
What do you got going on for the next week?
What do I have going on
What are
for
you doing
the
content?
next
Yeah.
week? I will be working.
Nice. Okay. Are you doing any
Working.
streaming?
Yeah, I should be doing some streaming tonight, hopefully. We'll have to see. But other than that, yeah, Friday night I should be streaming some more Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Okay.
But beyond that, it's just work.
And where can people find you on Twitch?
Twitch.tv/REALMISTRY Teen Titans.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. You can find me, well, you can find us on TikTok, so join the TikTok. I already mentioned that. But you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/daddytracks. I'm going to do something. Okay, relax. I'm going to do something. I'll do something over there. Okay, we'll figure it out. And then that's pretty much it. Join us next week for another episode of the Red Spartan Halo podcast. You can find our podcast audio versions on Spotify, on iTunes, on pretty much every platform that matters. You can find us. So if you can't find us, then get on another platform because they don't matter. This weekend we do not have a specified community night. There's not definitely one going on Saturday. So
There's definitely not one going on Saturday.
definitely not for sure one going on Saturday. There might be, but it's not definite.
Bummer.
It's not
Okay,
definite.
well maybe I can host something. We'll see. I might
Oh.
actually be able to do Saturday night actually this time. So.
Whoa.
So yeah, we'll see.
So stay tuned in the Discord to find out if we're gonna do community night this week, and if we do,
Yeah.
Mystery might be making it happening.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Assuming that I'm not held back at work or anything. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if they're holding you, dude, don't worry about it.
If they're holding me, I'm going to send some of those thought Canadian geese to down south to maybe get some help up north.
Yeah, send all your thoughts up north to help out Mystery if he's stuck at work on Saturday. Okay? Great.
Yes, please.
Basic thoughts are fine too. Okay. Is there anything else I need to plug or anything else I need to talk about? I don't think so.
Did you charge your phone?
Yeah.
That needs to be plugged.
Okay. I'll plug my phone in. For everybody who hung out with us, for Real Mystery, I am Daddy Trax, and this has been episode 42, the Red Spartan Halo podcast.
So they dropped the new Spider-Man trailer.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I was excited, but also I feel like they definitely revealed quite a bit for the beginning of the next movie.
Yeah. Gonna get all those extra Tobey Maguires, man.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so like I'm a little concerned about that. Like, I don't. If somebody knows that they're gonna watch Spider-Man No Way Home, then you don't have to watch. Don't watch the trailer. Just try to go in as blind as possible, because
I agree.
like, based on what you showed in the trailer, there's a couple surprises that would be so nice to experience for the first time in the movies.
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna watch Spider-Man and you're interested in Spider-Man, don't watch the trailer, dude. I hate trailers that do that. I hate trailers that give away so much. We've been over this, but I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely hate it.
This is one of those ones where I wish, like, maybe I didn't see it. It would be nice to kind of see it all for the first time.
Right.
But it was exciting to see that Spider-Man trailer. There was some really cool stuff in it, and I was just like, yeah, okay.
If it's true, like if the rumors are true and they have Tobey Maguire and they have Andrew Garfield, I will actually see that Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling they might be.
That's so wild. That is so.
I have a feeling. I'm saying this only because of the trailers for Captain America: Civil War and Avengers Endgame.
Because of the trailers for those?
Yes, and Infinity War as well.
The trailers for those?
Yeah, remember the very early on trailers for Captain America: Civil War?
Yeah.
They had shots of scenes where you didn't even have Spider-Man in that trailer, but they were in the scene.
What do you mean by that?
Very early on in Captain America: Civil War, like the trailers for Civil War, before they even announced Spider-Man was even in the movie.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and like
So they kind of gave it away a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of like when they knew that they had Spider-Man for sure in the movie and so on and so forth. Yeah, they kind of gave it away a little bit. And then there were scenes in like the Endgame trailer where like they edited out certain people from scenes, or they edited in people in from other scenes, so on and so forth. Like they did that same thing with Infinity War as well. So like if they're trying to keep that kind of a secret, I feel like that's the way they would do it. And some of the way those frames are shot.
Oh,
it does look
I
like there
see
can
what
be
you're
space.
saying. So you're saying like in the trailers they edited out like actual people who were in that scene. Okay, I was confused by what you meant when you were saying what you were saying.
So it's entirely possible that we might be seeing like in the trailer we might be seeing shots where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are actually there.
That's pretty cool.
But they edited them out.
That's so cool. I would love to see
that.
And
if that's the case, that is really cool.
That would be one of the coolest things to happen in cinema in modern life, I think.
Right. I think there were rumors that like for Spider-Man No Way Home that they weren't going to put a trailer out. It was just going to straight up be like, okay, here's the day the movie comes out, and then the movie comes out.
Wasn't the Spider-Man in the Spider-Man animated movie Spideyverse or whatever? Wasn't the main Spider-Man? Wasn't that the Peter Parker? What am I trying to say here?
The Tobey Maguire Peter
Wasn't
Parker?
that the Tobey Maguire Peter
I think that is a
Parker?
theory.
Okay.
Like there is a lot of references to
Right.
like the Tobey Maguire Peter Parker being that Peter Parker.
Okay. But maybe not
Um,
100% sure. Not confirmed.
Yeah, that's not that one. That one is voiced by Chris Pine, by the way.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so that first Peter Parker in that movie is voiced by Chris Pine,
Okay.
and then the Miles Morales, of course, Miles Morales, whomever is the voice actor for that, and then
I like Chris
the
Pine.
other one, the Peter B. Parker, that one is voiced by shoot, what's his name? He's in Tag, and he's in like he's in Jurassic World as well. He's in that one TV series. I forget what it's called. Hold on. I am Googling. Can you play the Google song?
Google song, yeah, Google song. This is the Google song. When you're looking it up and you don't know what to find, just search
Jake
on
Johnson. There you go.
Look out.
Yeah.
This is the Google song.
Yeah, Jake Johnson voices Peter B. Parker in that
Job,
Spider-Man
Jake.
into
There you go.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
I would be interested in it. All right, let me close out this stream here. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you have a good one. We'll be back next week with another live episode of the Red Spartan Halo podcast.